Forward! Forward! Forward!
Fall in.
I tell you, if that don't get you up and going in the morning, it don't make me miss running up and down that highway, Bishop. But it put me in the mind, like, yeah, like, but you know what I'm saying, like you said, you sit in the chair and be like, yeah, like, oh, what? Y'all know what it is. E2G Sports Network brings to you First Formation Morning Sports Talk. So you heard the intro fall in. Favorite vets on the net. What's going on, Bishop, this morning? How you feeling this morning, brother?
WGO, what's going on? Y'all know how I'm feeling, man, because y'all see what's behind me, man. Y'all see what it is, baby. We are now 8-0. Can we please put some respect on our name, man? Man, I'm tired of this, man. These boys kind of, I kind of felt some type of way because Trey kept talking about it all week about the trap game.
Trap game.
And
this it was.
I got nervous. I was upset. I was like, oh, man, these dudes is finna let these 1-7-1 or 1-5-1 team give us an L. But no. It's Friday, y'all, and how y'all living. We know what it is. It's the weekend. It's about to go down. There's some big games going on tomorrow for college football. We got big games as Tennessee faces, of course, number 1 Georgia. Well, number 1 Tennessee faces number 3 Georgia and the CFP. Big games going on this weekend. Clemson versus Notre Dame. We just got a lot going on. Basketball, NBA, a lot went on in basketball. So, Trey, talk to him. What's up? What's good? How you living on this Friday?
Oh, no, it's pretty good. I got up early this morning. Like I said initially, what's good, Tez? What's good, Eric? How y'all doing? Glad to see y'all in formation this morning. So, like you said, initially, I didn't expect to be on. I thought I had a full slate, like we talked about the full slate of the sports. I thought I had a full slate this morning. Of course, things changed, so I'm able to grace this. Of course, y'all have to see what first thing when I look up, like Bishop had this look on his face. And I'm thinking to myself, like, why this dude got this devilish grin? You know what I'm saying? Like, get on face. And I look up,
Good morning.
And I look up, and it's like it was sparing me. Like one time, like back in Fort Hood, I remember walking out to my vehicle, right? And I opened the back of my vehicle up. And for the life of me, I could not tell what was going on in the back of my vehicle. I'm thinking like something's missing, you know what I'm saying? What is going on? And then, of course, it dawned on me someone had stole my speakers out the back of my truck. But it took me a while to realize what was going on. That was the same feeling that I got this morning when I see Bishop's face. I'm looking, I'm like, something ain't right, you know what I'm saying? And, of course, just like he's saying, behind him, biggest day, 8-0 for the time being.
Let's go.
So, of course, you know what I'm saying? So, of course, he started with it early this morning. You know what, Ron? I just knew I was going to be able to come on here. I was so exuberant about having to be able to come on this morning and chop it up with y'all. What's good, sis? What's going on, TT? How you doing this morning?
What up?
So,
Anchor from the line. Happy Friday, gentlemen. That's what's up. What's good? It's
so yeah. I just knew.
Day.
I just knew I was gonna come here and be able to sit up and be like, you know what I'm saying? I started to go find that meme with Dr. Strange going like this. I was going to look for it. I'm glad I ain't find it because they don't tell it what the response back would have been. But you know what I'm saying, in any case, the Eagles are 8-0.
Eagles fly.
We're gonna definitely tap into that, but like Bishop said, it's a lot going on, it ain't all necessary about what's in between them lines for the most part. But there's a lot going on. First and foremost, what's going on on that diamond?
Let's say
Houston.
Speak on it, sir. Speak on it.
Houston Astro fans, stand up. Like it's up there, the Astros take the 3-2 lead with a 3-2 game. And of course, going back, Bishop, do you think this puts that pressure on the Philly fanatics, the Philly fans?
It does put the fan. Unfortunately, because Philly fans were excited because the Phillies are in the World Series.
Oh, here go
Philadelphia
Key. We
Eagles are
didn't see
8 and
Kitty
all.
in the many Sundays, and here
Yeah,
she go on a Thursday, on a Friday with the.
let's go, Key. I'm with you, baby. Let's go. It does because that game was the third game in Philly. So this next two games are in Houston. It's problems for Philly, man. It's problems. Yeah, we are done. Houston is winning. Yeah, it's problems for Philly, man. It's major problems because the next two games of the World Series will be held in Houston, and that was a major win for Houston. First win, a World Series win for Justin Verlander. He hadn't had a World Series win since he'd been in the league, and he got his first last night, which was major win for him. Shout out to Justin Verlander. It was a close game, man. I was going, my boy, he came over here. He wanted to come over here. He's a Houston Texan fan. He wanted to come over here and all his Houston stuff. So he's watching the World Series as while we're watching the Thursday night game between Houston and Philadelphia Eagles. So
Mhm.
he's telling me to score. It was 2-1 for a long time in that game. A long time. That game went 2-1, and then around the eighth inning, I want to say it was a some changes, and it went three. I think it went to 3-1, and then the Phillies came back and got. They had like two people. Well, they had two people on base. One hit one in the mid right field, and brought another runner in. Made the score 3-2, and they still had two. They had two outs and two people on base, and uh, the Houston Astros closed them out. Closed them out, man. Charles Davis there. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We can hit with runners on base. We can't hit. I'm assuming you're saying yeah, because they had runners they had people on base in scoring position, but the Houston Rockets came strong, and they relieved the pitcher that was at that was on the mound at the time, and brought in another guy, and he closed it out for him and closed it out. So like I said, that was Justin Verlander's very first World Series win, and then also McCormick with the big hit, a big catch in the outfield to basically secure the game when he caught the
Mhm.
ball at the wall. Huge catch by him at the wall to pretty much solidify the win for the Houston, because that was the chance for the Phillies to put another point on the board and at least tie the game, and
Yeah, so
it came up
it,
short.
yeah, I mean, it's like you said, the pressure now is that saying the pressure busts pipes,
That
but
part
Philly could put that back on. Philly could put
I
that back
did.
on Houston. They can put them back on Houston if they can get the game to where it's like at this point, saying any person's game, uh, and see who's going to crush under pressure. It's we up for it to see. I just knew it was going to have a situation where I was like, okay, yeah, let's go Philly, let's go Houston, run through the Philly camp. Philly is hot right now.
Bro, you don't know.
Philadelphia is on Philadelphia Eagles, the Phillies, like all this. What I'm saying, it makes me feel like through 3 years ago when the Lakers and the Lakers won the NBA championship, the Dodgers won the won the World Series. I thought the 49ers was going to win the Super Bowl. It's like all that. I know what Philly is feeling right now because I was there not too long ago. We have an opportunity to get back there, but you know what I'm saying? They go Henry. Really, DJ? That's what you gonna do, bro? Like,
What do you what do you
talk
say?
about boo.
Boo.
Y'all held
Boo.
this. Y'all stopped us. Y'all stopped us from doing it last year. I was definitely looking forward to going through Atlanta just to get back to Houston again, but it didn't happen. All of us went home. Uh, basically, that's where we're at now. So of course, switching and moving up,
Houston
and
at the
like
bottom of the
Bishop was.
pitch rotation. I believe this next one gonna be rough on Houston. They are. We are. That is true. That
You
is
think they
true.
expended? You think they expended a lot of
They
energy
might
to?
have. They might have. They may have.
But they're in a good
This is the.
position at least.
They
I'd
are
rather go 7 games, like instead of having
right.
to look at I'm going home and have to
They
win,
have.
have to
They
win
have.
both.
Right. They have the opportunity. Houston, because they have exhausted their pitching staff for the most part. Excuse me. I do feel like the fact that they're up 3-2, they can afford to lose this one because, like I said, these last two games are in Houston. They can
He
afford
is
to.
he is Charles. He is a hater. Go ahead, I'm listening, Bishop.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah. The
hater.
last two they
DJ
can
is a
afford to
hater.
lose.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it puts them in a position like I'd rather be in a position of having to win one as
Yeah,
opposed to having to win two.
right, right. So it is what it is. It's gonna be good, man. Man, shouts out to the Astros for doing what they needed to do. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't the same outcome for for they Texans. But of course, Jalen Hurts returned back home. You know, that's where he's from. He's from Houston. He
Yeah,
even threw
basically.
up the Houston Astros sign
Yeah, that.
to say, yeah, saying that, go Houston Astros to get the win. But of course, he made sure
So how do
that
you
the
know what?
Texans
How do you? I
had
always
to
sit
win.
up and wonder. Like I always have an opportunity. I'll be looking for jobs to sit up and go work in sports as a. But how you know? What I'm saying how do you do that as a like I'm a 49ers fan, the Lakers fan, the Dodgers fan. I could assure if I work in any of those organizations, I'm going to sit up and that's what's in my cubicle. Like I'm not saying that that's what I do. Do you think it's a hostile environment when you look and your boss comes through and you a 49er fan and you working for the you're working for the let's say who could I, or
The
working for
Seahawks.
Houston or the new well definitely see that you know what that was it Bishop too because I was a
Seahawks.
WLL but I had to
Mhm.
simply go and say so I'm looking at like yo like how does it like uh, what if my boss the owner comes through and my everything my whole cubicle is SFA 49 is everything and we got this game against is like I wonder is that how does that make a person feel like to do
Yeah,
that or let's say you're in San Antonio and you're black and white, but your black and white is Brooklyn. Like you know,
right,
saying you're working
right.
for the Spurs.
Compared to
You're working for the
Spurs,
Spurs.
be like,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. I probably could
yeah,
get away with it though until
yeah.
somebody
You can, yeah, exactly. Because you
be
come
like,
around the
hold
corner,
on,
it's like, what the hell's going on here?
Durant don't play for the Spurs. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? Until they see,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
so
saying?
just to imagine that type of stuff. But for
Yeah, yeah.
Jalen Hurts to try to keep that alliance and simply, yeah, like, I'm
It's
H
hard,
Town.
man. It's hard.
Yeah,
I mean, because he basically had to do it, through his whole career. He went to Alabama, then he goes and then he leaves Alabama, transferred to Oklahoma, and coming from Houston. Come on, bro. Like really, like a lot of people. I mean, now he's in Philly, and
yeah.
he plays Houston, the Texans. Like it's crazy, man. You
And
want
you know what? I can see DJ like as owner, like, yo, you know what I'm saying, what's this? What's this? I can see him like turning over the keyboard like, hey,
Oh
get him up out of
wow,
here.
wow. My first son is a Sea Duck fan, and I'm a 49ers fan. Ooh, I can
Yes.
imagine how that was going.
My senior was when I was in JWM. He was a Buffalo. He was a Buffalo Bills fan, and of course, me being a 49ers fan. So that
Mm-hmm.
one particular time, we shared the same angst because uh, when Seahawks was still hot, they had just smacked up the Buffalo Bills, and we
Mm-hmm.
went to the 49ers Seahawks game, and they smacked up the 49ers. So we both was there and stuff like that. I had to sit, but that's one game I was acting like them Seahawks fans are so damn obnoxious, man. And I'm
Bro.
sitting up. I had to take we took the train to the stadium, so we had to take the train back. It was like an
Mm-hmm.
hour ride, and the
Mm-hmm.
whole time I sat with my head down. My phone was dead, but they didn't know that. I had earphones on, and I was acting like I was bobbing my head like I was listening to music. But in truth, and really, I could hear everything they were saying, and I was just acting like I was ignoring it. So it was one of those situations, man. I couldn't stand it. So it's a job, personal life in Houston. I get what you say, Eric, but still, you know what I'm saying? Some people expect certain things. Like if you you're a seaman, and the if you work for the army, then you would expect to. I mean, I'm very sure you gonna rock your Navy stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, or be, you know what I'm saying, in go Army beat Navy. I don't expect you to sit up and have a go Navy. I don't expect you to have a go Army beat Navy towel waving in your or hanging up in your cubicle. I expect you to have a go Navy beat Army in your cubicle. So, you know what I'm saying? Those type of things, it can happen in any way. I'm from California, right? I don't even necessarily sport LA stuff because that's not the city that I claim. I don't even export LA stuff for the most part, unless it's a team in which I might have a LA Dodgers gear on. But I stray from sporting anyone else's city in which it isn't conducive to mine because I have a city. My city has its own, you know what I'm saying, Hells of Fame and all that type of stuff. My city is better than a lot of y'all cities. So I rock my city when given an opportunity. You don't see me in anything that says Brooklyn or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I'm saying, that's where I'm from. I'm from Compton. So I rock my city. I'm not going to sit up and deter that. I don't wear Los Angeles gear. I don't wear Inglewood gear, Long Beach. I wear Compton apparel. If it's specifically, so That's what I'm saying. So it goes any way, form, and fashion, different ways. It's just I guess it just depends on everyone has alliances, and that saying that's where my alliance is, and that's where my alliance lies. So if I can assure you, if Compton had organizations, then I'll be rocking those organizations. But we don't, so I got to go with LA Dodgers, USC Trojans, so on and so forth. So, but I get what you say, Eric. It's a job. DJ's a hater, I tell you that. All them times DJ had me listening to that damn AT Alien Outcast soundtrack, bruh, I couldn't stand it. But I was in this car, so I had no choice. Uh what's where we at? But yeah, so hey, if y'all was at the top of the hour with us, y'all heard when Bishop first got on, he brung it up. It's gonna be a whole type of situation going down college football, which we talk about shortly. Of course, a couple of games, AP poll type games, but we know the CFP is what's the dominant factor currently. You already know the top four teams about to hit the road in DC area. All right, you be safe, bruh. Make sure you oh,
All right,
DC, the
Eric.
Vikings. Who gets the win this weekend, Eric?
Vikings on that one. I'll
You
give it
know
to
what, Eric? The Vikings better win because if they don't win, all them damn so and so fans holler at me. What goes up must come down. Just watch. Oh, okay. You leaving after live? Okay, okay, okay. Uh, but yeah. So we know is the Oregon number 23 Oregon faces off against Washington. That's going down. Number two currently not in the CFP, but number two AP poll. Ohio State plays Northwestern. I definitely got to get a convincing win to make it to where they can hold on to that number two. Do you think it's a possibility? Oh, you know what? I'll say that question for after we go through this right quick. Number seven, TCU, undefeated. Number seven, TCU faces off against Texas Tech. Number 17, Carolina and Virginia. Number 19, Tulane versus Tulsa. Number one, as we know it, number one, Tennessee against number three, Georgia. So these are the CFP. CFP. Number eight, Oregon versus the Colorado. Number 15, Penn State versus Indiana. Number 16, Illinois plays host to Michigan State. Number 18, Oklahoma State plays Kansas. Number 20, Syracuse against Pittsburgh. Number 25, ranked UCF against Memphis. Number 6, Alabama against number 10, LSU. Let's go Bayou Bengals. Number 24, Texas faces off against number 13, Kansas. Number 4, Clemson against Notre Dame. That's a trap game. That is definitely a trap game. Notre Dame might
Facts.
even walk away with that one. Number 5, Michigan faces off against Rutgers. Number 14, Arizona and Utah. Number 21, Wake Forest against number 22 ranked North Carolina State. Number 12, UCLA against Arizona State. And number 9, USC against unranked California. Bishop, who do you think is in possibility of getting upset in the top 25 this week?
Upset. Mm, upset. That's a good one. I don't know. To be honest with you, I do think Notre Dame can beat Clemson.
I
I
think,
do. I think that's
yes,
possibly happen. Notre Dame and
a
Clemson.
rivalry game at that. You
Yes.
already know how rivalries go.
Yeah. Uh, Vikings lose on first. Oh wow.
I
Oh, we
think
talking about that, but yeah.
I guess I think Notre Dame. I think LSU could upset Alabama.
Uh, and with Alabama, see, this is the thing with Alabama and Nick Saban, man. When they get that one loss under their belt, they come back with vengeance. They come back with the vengeance, bro. They come back with a vengeance, like no other. So we need Bama up out the paint. Yeah, yeah. They come back with so much vengeance after they get their first loss. That's what they've been doing for the past few seasons, man. That they haven't, been.
And hence the S in the CFP works perfectly for that, and it's
Yes.
set up again, yet again.
Yeah.
Like we see it in front of our eyes every year.
Yeah,
The same
that's
thing.
yeah, without question, man. That is like the that's their little mantra that for them to sit there and do
Lose one game and still be able to get back
and
in there.
still be able to still be able to
Hopefully
make
LSU got their. Hopefully LSU got their got them this year though.
yeah, it's gonna
Georgia and
be
Tennessee is that an upset
uh,
potentially?
Which one would be considered upset though? That's
I
the
know
thing.
because Georgia technically is higher in the AP than Tennessee, but Tennessee is higher
Right,
in the CFP. So is it
right,
a stalemate? Is it an upset? You got two 8-0 teams, 5-0 in the SEC, 4
right.
0 in the SEC. Tennessee has played five ranked opponents, with Georgia being the sixth, beating all five. Is this an upset?
I don't know.
Is
This
this an
game could
upset?
go. This game could go either way. It's definitely two Heisman Trophy candidates in the two quarterbacks as well as the wide receiver for Tennessee as well as the wide. It's like
The
four
tight end
trophy.
from Georgia.
Yeah,
Well, he's
yeah.
not a
It's like
Heisman. He's not a Heisman candidate, but
yeah, but
he's a
it's just
problem.
yeah, it's like three or four people on both on between the two teams that could be considered for Heisman. So it's like it's crazy, man. This game is going to be amazing. I can't wait. Because I
What's
mean,
good, Freddie?
I don't even know if my squad plays this weekend. I'm sure we do. We've already had our bye, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't even
Yeah.
know who we play. But either way, that game is these games are going to be phenomenal, man. Like, um, let's see, who is it?
What you think
This
is a
week,
better game this weekend?
the best game. Uh, okay, so we got a bunch of games tonight, huh?
We ain't got no top 25 games tonight, I don't think. Oh,
Yeah,
but no, you got
yes, we do.
Oregon and Washington only top 25 games.
Oregon State, yeah, Oregon State and
Yeah.
Washington. They play tonight at 9:30. The biggest game, of course, outside of Tennessee and Georgia, is going to be
Alabama, LSU.
oh, you know what's going to be a good game. Even though this game, one of the teams ain't ranked, but it's going to be a real good game. Texas and Kansas State is going to be a good game because that's some
You think so?
rivalry. Yeah,
I
oh yeah,
think that they would. I think, but
oh
with
boy,
Daniels, with Odu out, he's out. The quarterback, with him being out, I think that diminishes the game. Kansas might. We might actually be talking more about Kansas if he hadn't got injured.
right. And then of course Texas's running back, um, what is his name? I can't call his name right now, but him alone, man, it's gonna be he's a menace. When I say that boy is that's a bad boy, man, for real, for real. He's the truth. And then other than that,
Eric
uh,
Eric keeps talking about the trenches. Everything is Eric talks about is the trenches. That's
Tennessee
why
is
he
built
says
different. They're
Tennessee
gonna
is going to
kill
beat.
Georgia in the trenches. Please go watch some old games. I mean, I watched Tennessee play this weekend. I mean, I've watched Tennessee play. They have a great team, man. Their team is definitely that team, man. Mr. Eric, stop it. We the new bullies in the SEC. So the USC and the California game, ain't no, it's not gonna be
Nah,
not gonna be that game.
I
Oh, and
don't.
then we got
It's not,
North
I
Carolina
don't want
Florida
to look
State, of
past it,
course.
but
Mhm.
no, you're not going to do that. That's
It
not
ain't
going
that
to
good.
happen.
It's not that game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
So yeah, it ain't really too many major games outside of the ones we've just spoke of. Like we said, the LSU and the Alabama, the Clemson and the Notre Dame, the Tennessee, of course, and the Georgia. Um, yeah, that's pretty
I
much it, man. Ohio
I'll
State,
be honest.
Northwestern. Northwestern normally gives Ohio State a decent game. I still think Ohio State's gonna come out on top and blow them out the water, but
I'll be honest, man. I'm tired of the SEC and their dominance.
they're dominant. Like they got
But
like the top five. Don't they got like seven in the
is it
top
no
10?
is it
7 or 8?
deserving though? Do they literally deserve to be considered the dominant conference, or is it cap? Like, do they are they that much better than the Big 12 and the Big 10?
Bro, the
Like,
proof is in the pudding, bro. The proof is in the
I
pudding.
don't know,
You
man.
can't
Is
not you
it
can't not you
like we
can't
can give
not
Alabama? We can give
you
them
can't knock
Alabama.
reality though. You can't knock
So when
reality.
we look at let's take a look. Eye test.
Mm-hmm.
Eye test is what I've been on lately.
Mm-hmm.
From the eye test, is okay. They have Alabama, they have Tennessee, and they have Georgia. Right?
Georgia. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is LSU that dominant to where they deserve to be in that conversation compared to everyone else? Like I can speak for the Pac-12. We have Oregon, we have UCLA, we have USC, and then of course Utah teeters. Right?
Mm-hmm.
In the Big 12,
Texas, Oklahoma,
Ok- yeah,
Oklahoma State.
Texas, Oklahoma. Yeah.
Oklahoma
So
State,
and
Baylor,
then of course the Big Ten, you got Penn State,
Michigan.
Ohio State, Michigan. Sometimes you might get Wisconsin. Sometimes you
Mhm,
might get Minnesota. Like
mhm.
it's other teams that's formidable. You got so think about in hell in the you got
Really,
Boise.
Mr.
You got
Dozier? Really,
basic grown man football over here in the SEC. And
really,
that's the rhetoric that we so
it
are we
is.
saying there's no grown man football anywhere else?
Yeah, I mean,
Like
that's what he's saying. That's they basically in his terms. That's what he's saying. The rest of them are
and
young men. They got grown men over there in
Just
the
like
SEC.
Charles, just like Charles just say that in the J in JSU, right? JSU is trying to make noise. Do you think
Yeah.
could JSU compete with any of these teams in which we're talking about, Bishop? Could JSU compete with
Mhm,
anybody in the top 10 in
mhm.
the CFP right now?
Yeah.
Do you think?
See, that's a good
Is Shador Sanders legitimately a Heisman candidate?
What's going on? Good morning, John
What's
A.
good, sis?
How you doing, sis? Yeah, I don't. You say yes, sir.
See,
You
Charles said
believe
they can.
you think Jackson State can come compete against the Georgias and the Tennessees? Really? I
Nah,
don't know,
probably not
man.
Georgia and
No,
Tennessee. Who
no, they not big
could they
enough.
compete
That's what I
against
say too.
LSU?
Who cares about the Eagles? We get our revenge with Dak. Get out of here, trash. Get that off of here,
Could
trash.
so let's say the top 10.
Mhm.
Could JSU
Just
could
JSU could probably beat this
can they beat
the second
LSU?
team. I don't know, man, because when it's all said and done, Dion said it himself. He don't have the lineman. Yeah, he did say that, and I think that's the key when it comes down to recruiting. Even though Dion has done a phenomenal job at recruiting at Jackson State,
He
he
ain't got
still
enough yet.
doesn't have the pedigree of athletes at some of these other schools like
Could
LSU.
JSU compete with number 25 ranked University of Central Florida?
Yes, yes,
You think so?
yes, yes, without question. Without question. Central Florida, they could probably beat teams like the Northwestern. They could probably beat teams like Memphis, the Tulanes, the Tulsas,
Could they beat Oregon State?
Kansas,
I mean, could they beat Oregon
Oregon
State, you
State
think?
or Oregon State.
Oregon State.
See, so
Oregon State is a top 25 team.
yeah, they probably could beat Oregon State. They could probably beat Oregon State. They could probably beat a Liberty. They could probably beat a Liberty, who's ranked 23rd in the nation. Um, they probably could beat a Wake Forest, who's 20, or North
Mm,
Carolina State, who's
mm.
21.
I was about to say, could they beat Carolina State, NC
Yeah,
State?
they could probably be an NC State that's 21. Probably it'll be again. I still say it would probably be close. It'd probably be a close game. It'd probably be a real good game, to be honest. Um, but I just don't know. When
Could
it comes to
and
recruiting, it's just
it
crazy.
brings up a good point. I wonder, like, could they beat the lowest ranked or the lowest team overall in the SEC? Could they
That's
beat
what
Vanderbilt?
and that's what I'm saying. I think they could. I think they could. You say that. You say big
Look at
doesn't always
the
big doesn't always
disrespect.
big doesn't always mean anything.
Oh
Eric,
yeah,
just
true that.
because you're
Yeah,
bigger means you're slower. So nine times in, because you bigger don't mean anything. Yeah, you might be able to bull rush, but the other guy may have his feet may be quicker, and as long as he can get in front of you and stay in front of you long enough for the quarterback to get the ball out, who's to say it can't happen? They need some work. They need some work, but he will talk himself into a
talk
hole
so for
messing with
whole.
Georgia.
Well, he said he's not ready
He's
for that
not.
Georgia or Alabama. Yeah, he
Dion
said
knows.
that.
Dion came from Florida State. He knows what's out there. I can agree to that. See, yeah, but not a grown man in this. No,
That's
come
why I
on, man.
said could they beat Vanderbilt? Could they
Yeah, they
beat
can
who
beat
else is a
Vanderbilt.
lower team in
Well, I'm not
a
gonna say
lower
they
team
can
in the
beat
East?
all these teams. Well, let me say that they can make it a game. It
Make it a
won't be a
game. Okay.
blowout. It won't be. I
It
don't
won't be.
think it
You
will
say
be
they
a
could be
blowout.
close enough to where it's like you gotta sit up and think about it, but
Right,
the
because the
for
same way.
them potentially beating them, yeah.
Right, because the same way Eric Small was talking about how big the D1 players are.
Hmm.
The big thing about the HBCUs, they got faster players. Nine times out of 10, a lot of the HBCUs have track stars,
Hmm.
speed. Now they may not have the greatest hands, but they have some great speed. Know that. So when it's all hold on,
He said
they
you
cannot beat
disrespectful,
Memphis.
brother.
So bruh. I'm just JSU is not. They undefeated right now, bro. They're undefeated. Don't sleep on, and they blowing people out. Don't sleep on JSU, man. I see you, Steve. Let's go, baby. I see you. They don't sleep on JSU, bro.
There you
JSU,
go with that BS.
they that squad,
What's
man.
good, CJ? What's going on, fam?
And Dion's got them in a great position right now, man. You know, HBCU stand up, because Dion got them boys looking
They
nice.
got TSU this week.
They do. To see the cheerleaders in the band. I'm going to the game to see the cheerleaders in the band. Man, stop it, Mr. Dozier.
Why is everyone about the trenches? That like is that? I mean, okay, I get it,
We
but
get
everyone
with
keep
the
like
trenches
they talk about
because
it here.
everybody. Well, we all know the game lies
That's
within
where
the
it
trenches.
happens.
Yeah, the
That's where it
game lies
happens.
within the trenches, and we know that 9 times out of 10, yes, Deion Sanders' team, the JSU can probably would not be able to survive in the trenches with a lot of these D1 teams. However, outside the trenches, Deion has the ability to get them boys to do what they need to do to get wins outside the trenches. Listen, they may give them a run for their money, but they need some more years. I got it. Totally agree. What football do y'all watch? It's the reason they separate D1. We never said, I said JSU biggest lineman, and that's smaller than me. And they not blocking Bama D with 340 running at 4.8. Bro, show me a D line show me a D lineman that's running a 4.8. That's 340. First, show me a D lineman that's running a 4.8 at 340. You show me that.
Maybe 315, maybe
Yeah,
315, but
you not. Yeah, there is no D lineman running no 4.8 at no 340 pounds, bro. Stop it, Eric. Stop it. You show me that. Show me a D lineman that's running a 4.8. Ain't no D
but
lineman at
we get what you're
340.
saying, Eric. But yeah,
But we
that's
get what you're saying, but
maybe
that's not happening,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
That's not
yeah.
happening.
That's a freak of
That's a bit
nature.
stretch. Yeah, that's a bit of a stretch, bro. They have athletes, but the trenches is what would kill. Everybody about the trenches. I get it. We get it. Kevin Smith sleeping on JSU like he's sleeping on the Eagles, beating them Cowboys. That part, Andre. That part.
Here y'all go. There
That
you
part.
go.
But
Everyone,
when it comes to JSU, man, they're a good squad. They're doing what they need to do. I like what they're doing. I like what Dion has done. His recruiting status is just going to continue to get better and better and better. You know what I'm saying? All right, I may have stretched it for you. You think?
a
You
four
think,
eight.
bro? Come
Goodness.
on, bro. Get up at 345, 340. Get out of here, bro. But yeah. When it's all said and done, you can't knock Dion for what he's done out there at a HBCU. You know what I'm saying? He's doing phenomenal things. He's coaching his sons. I mean, it's the best story that you could probably tell in college football.
Is Shador a Heisman hopeful?
See, that's hard, man. Praying Dion stays at JU, but we know those big boys are going to come calling. That's true. Um, oh man, that is so hard, Trey. And I was afraid you was going to ask that question. That is so hard because it's not fair. It's really not fair
It's
because
not. It's not. He's out. Like they keep on talking about Heisman
yeah,
hopeful, but
yeah,
let's be
and he's
real.
putting up amazing numbers. He's putting. If it ain't Swag, who is he? Yeah, who is he? You right. You right.
Now,
He's
if they
Swag.
had
He's Swag.
a Division III Heisman, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But as
and
far
I
as
think
the
that's why it's
overall Heisman,
unfair, bro. Because you can't you like who's in the has any, I want to say someone
Division
has
two
won the
or
Heisman from
whatever.
a Division 2, right? One of the quarterbacks, like was it a Randall Cunningham?
They have a Division II Heisman because it's a specific name. But
Mm-hmm,
like you said, overall, let's be real. If you take Shador
mm-hmm,
and put him on Oklahoma,
mm-hmm.
could he be a Heisman hopeful?
If he could continue to do what he's doing, of course.
Correct, Charles. I got you. Yes, McNair.
McNair. I knew it was a quarterback. I couldn't think who it was. I knew it was a quarterback. Okay, Steve McNair.
Steve
Right.
McNair, Alcorn State.
Alcorn State. Yeah. I knew it was somebody. I knew it was a quarterback. I couldn't remember who it was. But yeah, if he could continue to do what he's doing, but that's the thing. See, can D2 players come to D1 and still can it translate over? Can they still play the right type of game? Can they still play that type of game that they're playing over there in HBCU? Is the question. That's the biggest question. I lived in Mississippi State for 8 years. Big ups to them. I don't see them losing the game this year, but they won't make it in D1. I mean, and that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I
So I
mean,
wonder if we
we
put
will never see. We'll never know.
How Shador is getting down right now. If he was on a Division I team, no matter who the Division I team, would he be a Heisman hopeful?
Right. He didn't win, but he placed third. Okay.
Yeah,
I
but
know
he
we
was in
had
this.
some.
He was in the conversation.
You're right. He was, and Shador is too. Shador has actually been mentioned a few times.
Yeah,
I do give Deion his
but
props
all the
more
people
so
that's
because
out
his
there, I
shoes
don't
is going
think
to be a
Shador, like you said.
historical black colleges. What'd you say, Trey?
I said with everyone that's being mentioned, I don't think it's one thing to be mentioned, but I don't think he gets
The nod.
to the show. Yeah, the nod to go to the show, let alone win the trophy, which is
Right.
unfortunate.
It is, man, because he's doing phenomenal things out there, man, and this is his second season doing phenomenal things. This
Yeah.
ain't like this ain't a fly by night type thing. This he did what he's doing now. He did the exact same thing last season.
So
You know
just
what I'm
like
saying?
who was it that said it earlier? With him being able, with Dion having an opportunity to go, if you were in Dion's shoes and the big boys come calling, are you answering
I'm
that
going.
call? You
Absolutely.
going? Really? You going?
Mm-hmm. I
You're
mean,
not going? Really? You're not going to even
yeah,
continue to build?
no, well, because so just think about it, right? If you sit and think about it, right? Will okay, Dion has done what he did last year. He's doing what he's doing this year. His second season into the HBCU D2 realm. What else more? What more can he accomplish over there? Yeah, he can continuously stack his credibility and his stats and all of that out there HB, but he's not gonna get recognized like he would if he was in the D1. So why not see if you can translate over to the D1 and because me personally, I would feel like that would be his ultimate goal to get over to the D1. He came from Florida State. He played for Florida State. I would think he would want to go over to the D1 and show and prove that it's not a fluke, that I can do it at any level. Because eventually, if he can do it at HBCUs, then do it at D1, then guess what? Who's next call? That leaves the NFL.
But you know
That
what?
leaves
Just
the
like my
NFL.
LB just said right here, right? Just like my LB said right here. I get what Ron say. He's like, you got to pay me my money. Of course, that's what he's going to get
Yeah,
if
of
he gets
course.
that
Yeah,
call up.
we
But
know that.
like my
Yeah.
LB just said, he's playing at JSU, and not to diminish that for the mindset, you know what I'm saying. But he's been at JSU for 2 years, right, or 3 years.
Right. Two
Is that
years. He's
enough
been to
time?
JSU.
2 years, 2 years. Is that enough time or experience to where if he gets called up to a big name
Mm-hmm.
Division 1 school, for him to sit up and not falter if he goes if the wheels fall off? Like I'm very sure there's a period in which is a difference. So yes, he's right now he's successful at the HBCU. Keep in
Mm-hmm.
mind, I will also look about he has a son who he has coached throughout his life, so
He
he's
got
been
two.
conducive. Yeah, he too. One's a corner, and the other, and then he has the
One's
other
a
one with the
safety and one's a
quarterback.
quarterback.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, quarterback and safety. So
Mhm.
what if you know what I'm saying? So he has a continuity with his son and continue to coach him. I would want to see him without that, and
Without what?
going with so
Without his
without
son?
having that yeah, without his son. It's not
See,
just about his son. It's about the continuity that he has with his son because he's been with his son since high school, and his
right.
son left high school and went to the same college in which he got a job at, and so now he still has a son. He's been so that continuity that he has. I would
See,
like
but
to
this
see
is the
him go
thing,
from
though.
there.
I don't see that happening. See, this is where I feel different at. I feel like with that, if they was to call Dion up to the D1 league, I feel like he would try to bring his sons as well. I just see that happening because I don't see why he wouldn't. I don't see why he wouldn't.
We probably would transfer.
You
Probably
know what I'm saying?
transfer.
That's his bread and butter right now. His quarterback is his son. So for him, and don't get me wrong, I'm sure they would bring his son in. I'm sure he would try to bring his son in, and then there would be a quarterback battle between his son and whatever school he's going to, between the quarterback
And
that's
which brings
already
back the
there.
question: is his son beating out any of those individuals?
We'd have to see who would he go, what school he go to. It would all depend. It depends
If
on
he
what school he's going
if
to
he
and what
goes if
and
he
how
goes
they're doing so far
if
right now.
Brent Venables decides to step down at Oklahoma and Oklahoma call Dion, is Shador beating
He
out
will be.
Gabriel
He
Dillon
is beating
Gabriel?
out Gabriel. Yeah, he's beating out Dylan Gabriel. He's beat, in my opinion, I think he would
Hmm.
beat out Dylan Gabriel. Yes, I will. I do. I believe that 100%. Shador passed up a lot of D1 scholarship because young Dolph paid for everything. Shador wanted to go play with his pops at JSU. The older brother, Shiloh, is the one who got the JSU scholarship. Right. Right. Absolutely. Facts. That's straight facts right there. Right. Shador came with because of he passed up the so and I think Shador could do that.
But
I
would
think he could.
Shador be
I think
shorting that with any of those organizations though?
it depends
Could
on what school
Shador
it is.
could Shador have beat out where does the other Tua play, the young Tua? And the young Tagovailoa
He
son. Where
first,
does he play at?
one of them was in Maryland. One of them I
Yes,
think was
because
in Maryland.
could Shador have be out him? Could Shador be out DJ Ugalea at Clemson?
Clemson.
Like
He
saying like
could.
these lower
He may.
tiers and
It
stuff
might be
like that.
possible.
Could he?
It might be. I think it would be a good. I think it would be a good competition. I think it'll be a good competition. I do. See, you got people saying yes, he will. I think he will be a good competition. He not leaving JSU, especially with Dolph dying. Who you talking about, Dion? Or you talking about Shador? You talking about? Yeah. Y'all need to watch the Southern game. Oh yeah, the
It
one they
was
just played.
yeah,
Yeah, the
but
one
was that a was I
they
mean
blew it, but they
I
blew
get
him
what
out,
you're
didn't
saying, Charles. Yeah, but I'm saying was that a formidable okay, I got you. I get you. But they're probably gonna do that to TSU. But could they do that to Houston? Or could they have did that to
Can they do
McNeese?
that
Let alone like
can they do
McNeese
that to
State.
UTSA?
Yeah.
Can they do that UTSA? Can they do that to the University of Houston? Could they do that to a lot of these other smaller schools?
Could they have did that to Rice? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like or Lamar. Like
Syracuse.
I get yeah, like but you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's at this point it's a move point and you know what I'm saying we're
Say
probably
yes, he
concerned
can.
to beat
Yeah.
okay.
Shador
That's
worked
what's
out
up.
with Tom Brady since he was a sophomore. He would definitely compete with D1 quarterback. He has. He has been working out with Tom Brady. He has. One of the greatest to go. We know
And
that.
here we
That's
go with that.
he is. Come on, that's inevitable, bro. Stop it. Despite the fact how he's playing this season, that's inevitable. He is the GOAT. But I mean, we the thing is, we'll see. After this season, because I think Shador is what, a sophomore, or junior, sophomore.
Yeah,
I think
he's even a sophomore or junior, so he's got at least
yeah, I
he
think
can
he's a
even go
sophomore.
pro. He can go
Yeah,
pro
I
this
don't
year,
think
or he's
last year
still
was his last. I think last year was his first season, so I think
okay.
we
So
have
yeah,
to
so
watch.
in case he can even go pro, or he got 2 more years, in which
Right.
I would hope that he would. I'm very
I
sure his
don't think.
dad's going to advise him properly.
Yeah, I would. He's a sophomore. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a
Okay.
sophomore. Yeah, so I would assume that he yeah, he do one more year. I would assume that if Dion wins the championship again this year, um, that they be looking to bring Dion to the D1. Dion won't let him leave without a degree. If he goes to another school, he will. He still can
Yeah.
get his degree no matter what school he go
Yeah. No
to.
matter, or
He
even if
got to
he
get. He
goes
ain't got to
pro,
get
he
it
can
at
still get
Jackson
his
State. He can
degree.
get
Yeah.
his degree wherever. But if
Or even if he
Dion
go pro,
leaves,
he can still get his degree.
that part, because we've seen plenty of them do that too. Dion, if Dion leaves, I see Shador leave. That's my take.
Does
I
does
see if Dion
does
leaves,
Dion
Shador leave.
does Dion leave if Shador leaves?
I don't think Shador would even take it. No. I think Dion. Me personally, I don't think people are looking to grab Shador. They're looking to grab Dion first. Now, I feel like Dion would make it a package deal, though. I think he will probably put it in. Hey, if I come in, I'm bringing my son. That's the only way
Does
I'm gonna take
Shador,
the job.
if the Shador goes pro, does he stay at the
Quarterback
quarterback
position.
position, or does he do a position change?
I'm sure he would probably stay at the quarterback position. I mean, I don't know. I don't know his measurables, to be honest. I don't know how tall
If
he
he can even
is.
make that transition.
Yeah, yeah. Well, GSU is going to be playing FAMU for the SWAC championship. Okay, That's a formidable team right there. FAMU is definitely a formidable team. Yeah, I think he would stay at quarterback. I feel like Shador is probably about 6'1". I want to say. I can look it up real quick. Matter of fact, let me look. But I think
So
I think, and if he's at that oh, he's 6'2".
six one,
He's
six
six
one,
two.
6'2". Yeah,
Yeah, he's
he's
six
all
two.
right.
Yeah, so yeah, so he's definitely he's 6'2", 200 and 6'2", and no, he ain't no 200 some pounds. Yeah, well, he's 200 pounds, 198. Yeah, 198. So yeah, I would like
Matter
to
of
see
fact,
Dion go to the D1, but can he survive under the scrutiny of big teams? Can we talk about these on
we
that
gonna
point?
get
Yeah,
to
we
that
definitely gonna
shortly,
yeah, we
LB.
definitely
We
gonna
gonna
get
get
there.
to that
Yeah, we
shortly,
definitely gonna
LB.
get there.
We're
Yeah.
getting there.
What you
It's a
saying?
couple of
Not
things
even
like
it's
because
personal,
he's
bro.
like him and
Dolph.
Dolph is too close.
Bro, so you gonna say he's closer to Dolph than he is his dad? Come on, bro. If his dad leaves, I truly believe. If his dad leaves, I truly believe he will leave. if his dad leaves, I truly want to believe he'll leave as well. I believe that. They have such a connection. It's doing it like he mocks his dad every like it's such a connection between him and his dad, bro. I don't see him staying there and his dad going, oh well, he might not. Dion might not go nowhere, but I would not be surprised by the end of this season, this football season, teams be looking at Dion at D1 level. I would not be surprised.
You think a big name D1 or a smaller tier D1 or mid tier
Um,
D1?
I don't know. It could be. I think it could be either or. To be honest with you, Trey, I think it could be either or. It could be. I think it could be either or. To be honest, yeah. Charles said big D1. It could be either or.
Ooh. Power
Like,
Five conference team.
I could honestly say I could see some a team like his alma mater, Florida State, looking to get it because Florida
He said
State ain't
Georgia
been in
Tech
Florida.
tried. He said Georgia Tech tried. He said no.
Oh wow, Georgia team tried. Oh, I didn't know that. And that's Dion. We know Dion. Dion is that dude. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Florida State. I can see that. That's his alma mater. I can see Florida State looking to get him, and I'm sure he would. He said no to Florida State too. Wow. That might have been before he went to D1. I mean D2 though. That's probably before he went to Jackson State though. I'm assuming.
I
I'm
think it was
assuming that
last year.
they told him his new slave name. He refused to say it. So now they down to whoop him like a
he,
motherfucker
he
in front
talk
of them.
he talk about the he talk about Kyrie and him. Uh,
Yes, he can. He can come to Memphis. I mean, he don't have to travel that far. Memphis is a team he could. You're right. That's a team he probably could go to. Yeah, yeah. He could go to Memphis. I can see that. I can see that.
so to do a little transition, right?
Hmm.
To see what they asking for. Before we
Everybody's
get
asking
to
for it.
the
Yeah.
Kyrie thing, we got
Uh-huh.
it's something else in which I would like to sit up and chop it up about. So as we know, former San Antonio Spur forward Joshua Primo was waived by the team due to allegedly a lot of exposure issues, right? So we stated that there was a young lady that decided to obtain the services of Tony Busby. As we know, Tony Busby is the attorney that has been representing the 25 women in the Deshaun Watson case, right?
Hmm.
So a woman decided to obtain the services of Tony Busby in the case for this case. Come to find out, that woman is the San Antonio or former San Antonio sports therapist who has filed a suit against the Spurs as well as Joshua Primo. So basically, she stated that she reported in 2021, December of 2021, an
Last year.
incident. Yeah, an incident happened last year, December of last year, and she reported January of this year. In case she even said that it happened on 9 separate occasions in which Joshua Primo exposed himself allegedly. So,
Oh wow.
like I said, she's Tony Busby's client. The representation for Primo basically stated that she has violated his trust as a client because she was his therapist dealing with his mental health issues. They said that they violated him as a client. As additionally, they said at no point, supposedly at no point, did she inform Primo that his private parts was being exposed from under his practice shorts or whatever case like that. So I'm presuming that he was sitting, maybe talking when to see her during or after a session or something like that, or before a session. He had his practice shorts on. And saying it goes from there. Most of us as males have sat, saying, think about the army PT before we remember, we used to have the gray shorts that was kind of like
Mm.
fitting, but then we went from the gray shorts to the black shorts in which they wear now, to where they have a little more opening if you don't have certain things on underneath, and saying certain things, if stuff might fall out or whatever the case may be. So you could take that to some type of exact sense. But they say that supposedly she never informed him that he was exposing himself, and so he could correct that. Um, they basically and then she goes forth and says her and Tony Busby said they only released Primo because he had two more instances in which something happened to where most likely the San Antonio couldn't control the outcome because it was outside the organization. So she's stating that because she worked for the organization kept on stringing her along and like saying they're going to take care of it, or that she needs to just go back and sit and chill. They're going to take care of it. They're going to handle it, in which they didn't. Now it's alleged that Coach Popovich did not know, although she was told that Coach Popovich is aware of the situation. They think that that wasn't the case, in which she knows that he knew or anything like that. Supposedly, the organization told her to sit down and go work from home. She felt betrayed because she felt like the organization was putting that of the athletes above that of their employees, their loyal employees, and that's basically why they're at are where they are currently, and that he was just a whole problem, and they relented to take care of the problem, and hence the reason they are where they are now. So as this starts to unfold a little bit, um, is definitely a whole different type of situation. Is there what is the temperature or the vibe in San Antonio right now over it? Are they even worried about that, Bishop? Like Primo was he ain't checked the block and everything? You muted.
I ain't heard nothing about it. My bad.
Okay.
I didn't even know nothing about about all that. As a matter of fact, I haven't even seen that. Where did you hear that from? Where was that at? On was that on
It's
like?
been in the news for a while. Like the
Oh, for
Primo
real?
being, but yeah, it hit yesterday that that now they revealed the person who was doing it and why she was
Hmm.
doing it and who she is and all that type of stuff. It hit now, so I wonder is that going to in turn just make all the other people who quote unquote they say was violated by him. Like they even had it. Supposedly she had him. They decided to meet in a public setting as opposed to her office, and allegedly he exposed himself to her even in the public setting. As then he asked to meet with her again, and she said she declined to meet with him anymore due to that
And what's her
situation.
name?
I forgot her name. If you was to go to ESPN, you would be able to put her name up. I think they have
She's the what
she's a sports therapist.
for San Antonio Spurs?
Yeah,
She's currently the sports therapist for San Antonio Spurs.
I don't know if she still is. I would think that she probably isn't due to the fact that she's suing the organization as well. Let me see. I
Okay.
can get her your name. Get the name for it. Her name is uh uh Hillary Coffin, Dr. Hillary Coffin.
Dr. Hillary Coffin.
Yeah, Cauthen.
Hillary. Oh, called Cauthen. I see it.
Yeah, here this dude go with the tomfoolery. So yeah, so that's saying that's what you have in that. And of course, in other
Oh,
news,
I see all the stuff. Yeah, yeah. When you pull up her name, yeah, it's nothing but her and
everything,
Joshua
and
Primo.
Tony.
Yeah.
hmm So of course, and maybe this is another name you could pull up, and it might pull some stuff up too, Bishop. Forward Michael Bridges, right? And this is an interesting one. I guess fame gets you what you can. I need that type of fame, brother, because I can if I get pulled over ever again, I'll be like, you don't know me. But in any case, forward Michael Bridges, please no contest to a one felony count of
Oh,
injury of a child's parent, in which the other two felony charges got dismissed, and of course the other two charges was being of child abuse under circumstances or conditions likely to cause bodily harm or death. So they got them to dismiss those two. Of course, Bridges was sentenced to 3 years probation with no
probation.
jail time.
Yeah, I saw that.
He has to complete 52 weeks of domestic violence counseling. He has to complete 52 weeks of parenting classes. He has to complete 100 hours of community service. He has to undergo weekly drugs tests, in which if he uses marijuana, he has to have a doctor's prescription to utilize that. Additionally, he cannot own any guns, ammo, or any type of weapons. He has to pay $300 in restitution, $500 in domestic violence fees. He has to obey a 10-year protective order in which he cannot be 100 yards from or have any contact with the mother of his children. Any visits or exchanges that must take place with a neutral third party because they both have joint custody of their two children.
10 years?
So 10
He
years,
can't.
bro. He cannot be within, yeah, a football field. Like, let's get this, a football field.
100
She
yards.
has to be, yeah, a football length of a football field, for the most part. He has to, or that'd be a violation. Which, you know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds simple, but then again, that's a little complex to a degree. Um, so that's just that portion. Which we're gonna go on rap because I know Ron is people going off, Charles going off. So peep game, right? Additionally, we know that Bridges, who was starting to become a budding star in the NBA, he is currently a restricted free agent, unsigned restricted free agent. So I guess you could say Charlotte kind of has the rights to him, right? But due to that no contest plea, which he basically didn't say he was guilty, although he did plead guilty to all three charges when they first hit him with him. He's not
Right.
saying that he's guilty. He's not saying that he's guilty, but he's not saying that he's innocent either. So he pled no contest. With the no contest plea under the current CBA, if he signs with a team, the NBA still has the right to fine him, suspend him, dismiss him for any specific amount of time, or they can completely disqualify him from the league altogether upon him signing. So basically, they can be like, okay, yeah, you signed him, Brooklyn, you signed him. He's not. He's banned from the league until someone else comes and overturn it. So currently, the NBA and Charlotte are both still looking at viewing the evidence to see what it is, the decision that they're going to make going forward. So I ask you, Bishop,
Mm.
if you were commissioner of the NBA, does Bridges get back into your organization while you're there?
No, probably not.
I feel the same way, brother. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
No, probably not. Yeah, yeah.
He
No,
he'll be the example.
yeah. Did
That that
anybody?
that
Did any video come up on the chastising and the what happened in the airport? Like, did anybody ever?
I don't remember what it
Excuse me,
was, but
bringing
if
a
you
video
remember,
out.
he he said remember they showed the video of the wife, and she was pretty bad from what they seen. So based on that, of course, like you said, they have to go through and they have to do their due diligence and check and look at all the evidence, everything like that.
Right.
But yeah, I think given the same situation, I think I agree with you, Bishop. Like, yeah, he can sign. Like, they ain't take care of you, but I got you. Don't worry, I got it. You know what I'm saying? We'll
Yeah.
wait till it comes to, and they're going to appeal. Of course, warranted. If I can prove it's warranted, then I'm going to prove it. My stance would be that we're going to go ahead and just we're going to disqualify you.
Yeah.
Cancel
Wow.
culture is real
Wow.
because you
That's
have
great.
to. Because I'm wondering. I'm like, how did he, like, he was facing three charges of felony charges, and he beat all of them and played no contest to one,
Yeah, that's
and which
crazy.
got him with no jail time.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. I think that just sends the wrong type of that sends the wrong message.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So we can't. I look at it. You can't stand on the desk and beat on for other things and let other things slide. Like, you have to, at some point, you have to have to create a line to where habitual line steppers, as Ron would say, have to understand, like, yo, this isn't warranted. Like Ron said, black men seek counseling like this, like things like this shouldn't happen. I watched last night. If y'all haven't caught the show about the chick, the weightlifter that killed the bodybuilder and all that type of stuff that's on YouTube right now, like that type of stuff, you look at those things. In my opinion, I was just saying, in the military, I was a sharp, I was EO. So I have a certain, you know what I'm saying, I have a certain place for these type of things. And then, you know what I'm saying, let's keep it real. Men go through the same thing. That's not, we're not like, this is a man to a woman situation, but we do have the situations where there's a woman to a man, and that's not removed from this either. So I said, Eric, you know what I'm saying, it's no different. I get it. I'm just saying, like, my that's just my personal opinion. Like like that type of stuff. You don't. There's no room for that, man. It's just this is what we in domestic violence month right now, and so it's some things
Right.
you got to take in consideration. And like I said, that's why I say whether it's man to woman or woman to man. In this, with all the facts is being said right now, I'm speaking from a place of what we know, and currently from what we know, there's no place for that. No one's for like I can't stand like you know what I'm saying. I'm not the biggest dude, but I'm not I'm not a fearful dude either. And you know what I'm saying? I look at it as, you know what I'm saying, they ain't stopped making things, they ain't stopped making guns when they stopped making yours. So, you know what I'm saying, or you know what I'm saying, or any of that type of stuff. So I was like, everything, any place I stand by the moniker or the mantra that's everyone's a gangster to you, real gangster walk in the room. And I consider myself that real gangster. And so in any sensible situation, if I have to insert myself into something, I'm not scared to do it based on how big a dude is, what a dude is told, and all that type of stuff. In state is, you know what I'm saying, everyone comes to a demise at some point. And if it's that time for me, it's that time for me. But you know what I'm saying, some things you just don't let go. And I would think that, you know what I'm saying, hopefully I don't want to be a part of that culture where we have a conversation where it's like we have to see the most egregious, as we've talked about on here before, the most egregious of situations that happen in order for us to feel like someone has gotten justice. That doesn't always have to be the case, but in this case, I don't know. I'm saying, like I said, we don't know completely. I don't understand how was that a deal that was came about. It was a lot, like you said, to unpackage. It could be one of those situations where they can get them because they, like I said, or 100 yards. You realize what 100 yards is? Like we just saw a whole football field. Like to sit up
Yeah.
and see on the other side, like it is just one of those things. Like when you look at that, I was like, that's a lot. And if someone could be tedious, it's like, nah, he was 80 yards away, and now he has to go sit up, and now he's violated his probation. The third
Yeah.
neutral third parties, like anything could potentially make him mad or whatever case like that, like all that type of stuff. Anything could put him in a bad situation to where now he has to serve that now he's eliminated from that probation. Now he's in jail, and then he still has to stand trial for whatever it is that got him to eliminate that probation. So he's straddled or strapped by missing a week of counseling or missing a week of domestic charge or even getting caught, you know what I'm saying, having taken the pool and getting it in your system and realizing like I didn't have a prescription is a violation of probation. That can find him landed back. So there's a lot of different things that can get him. But as far as it comes with the league, if I was a commissioner, just like Bishop was saying, I think we would have to have it would be a long conversation, or it would probably be a long stint in which he'll be out.
Hmm. That's crazy. That is so crazy.
Things happen. Is
They
it
do.
fame, Bishop? Fame is fame. A
Man,
place to be famous.
man, it's, it's crazy. Yeah,
If it
yeah,
was,
yeah,
if it was me or you or anybody else, we know.
yeah. It'd be man. I don't even know what to say. To be honest with you, I
So
have no idea
this
what to say.
one, this one you may have some say over here or there. Kyrie Irving, Brooklyn Nets, stand up. Kyrie Irving suspended 5 games with no pay because he relented and refused to apologize for his statements. Now he did apologize for posting, in which we're going to go over his quote and specifically what he said. He did go back and apologize and say that he was sorry for posting the post without giving context. But what he is not going to do, and he stands on the fact of it, in which Bishop and anyone else, we're going to get your opinion on it. He stood on the fact of I'm not apologizing for what is or what is not my beliefs as opposed to this. So of course, like I said, he did apologize for posting the post, but he said he's not going to apologize or refuses to apologize for in which for what he for posting it, and he doesn't say they suspended him for not equivocally saying that he does not believe in anti-Semitism. So he's the I knew it was to start to come. And look, Charles says he thinks he's a drama queen. We're gonna get to that. We are going to get to that. So what Kyrie did say is, I mean,
He's
what the
not getting
Nets
paid.
organization says,
He's not getting paid, Ryan. He got
yeah,
suspended with
no
no
money,
pay. He's not getting paid
no
for
pay.
this 5 year 5 game
So
suspension. Go ahead,
5 game
Trey. Sorry.
suspension. So yeah,
Yeah.
so now at this point, the Nets say at this point he is not currently fit. He is unfit to be associated with the Nets organization at this point. So they suspended him for so they suspended him for them 5 games. Of course, like I said, I want to make sure we get the quote in to exactly what Kyrie said
Love
and what
Zach.
the Nets organization said in reference to that.
Good
So
morning, man.
what the Nets said is we were dismayed today when given the opportunity in media sessions that Kyrie refused to unequivocally say he has no anti-Semitic beliefs nor acknowledge specific hateful material in the film. This was not the first time he had the opportunity, but failed to clarify, the Nets said in statements. Such failure to disavow the anti-Semitism when given a clear opportunity to do so is deeply disturbing, is against the values of our organization, and constitutes conduct detrimental to the team. We are of the views that currently unfit, that Kyrie cannot is unfit to associate it with the Brooklyn Nets. And then later, of course, Kyrie posted in his Instagram post, um, to all Jewish families and communities that are hurt and affected from my post, I am deeply sorry to have caused you pain, and I apologize. I initially reacted out of emotion of being unjustly labeled as anti-Semitic instead of focusing on the healing process for my Jewish brothers and sisters that were hurt from the hateful remarks made in the documentary. I want to clarify any confusion on where I stand fighting against anti-Semitism by apologizing for posting the documentary without context and a factual explanation outlining the specific beliefs in the documentary. I agree with and disagree with. I had no intentions of disrespect to be disrespected any Jewish culture, history regarding the Holocaust or perpetuate any hate. I am learning from this unfortunate event and hope we can have understanding between us all. And then that was his last quote. Oh, he said also the movie contains some false anti-Semitic statements, narratives, and languages that were untrue and offensive to Jewish racism and responsibility for my actions. So Kyrie, as of yesterday, donated $500,000 to the ADL Anti Defamation League, and then after that, doing that, he gets the suspension at what someone said $250,000 a game. So a million point one $1.2 million is what he's going to lose out on. Uh,
Damn, that's crazy.
is he wrong, Bishop? Do you think
Who?
Kyrie,
Is it,
or is the organization wrong?
the organization is wrong, man.
Okay,
It's freedom of speech, bro. Like, I'm tired of this country destroying black men when they don't follow their agenda. I totally agree, man. Like, this man, what did he do wrong? What did he, like, literally, what did he do wrong? What law
he's
did he break?
relented to say unequivocally that
Why does he have to do that, though? That's not something he should, that ain't something he had. Why does he have to do that?
So if as let's say, because we always tend to put out disclaimers, in which you talked about disclaimers before. If I sit up and say my views are my views and not the views of the NBA, the New Brooklyn Nets, or anyone else, is that good enough? And even though I don't come out and say, "Hey, I do or do not believe that these are my beliefs as well," is that good enough or not good enough? Is that enough to say, okay, as an owner, Bishop, if you own the Nets, Are you taking the same stance, or are you going to sit up and be like, you know what, his views are not in the line with our views, and leave it at that, and just let the fallout become what it may? Because organizations might start disengaging from you because they feel like you haven't done anything to, or anyone hasn't done anything to address it.
Right.
So, do you think this is a stance by the Nets to stop any potential fallouts from a business standpoint, or do you think this is something in which they really take some issues with, and this is what they're doing to quell it? Because a 5 game suspension enough?
It's too much. In my opinion, it's too
It's a
much.
it's too much.
In my opinion, it's too much. I don't feel like he did nothing wrong, bro. I don't feel like that justifies the means for him to be fined as well as suspended because he chose to say that. Uh, and what did he actually say? Did he just posted the video, right?
Yeah,
I don't even
he
think
hasn't
he
said
said
anything.
anything. He really didn't say anything. So you're faulting him. You basically putting him. Let him Facebook do that, or Twitter or Instagram. Let them do their job in regards to if they want to remove his post or put him in Facebook jail. But come on, man. Y'all, that's crazy. When I saw that yesterday, man, and then now this dude of and then the on top of that, then you suspend, like when I saw that yesterday, and then basically they forced him to apologize.
No, so they tried to force him to apologize. So he
No, they
apologized.
forced him. He forced.
They
They,
he
he didn't.
apo- they
He
apo-
said he wasn't going to apologize because there was nothing for him to apologize for. His exact words was, "I am not. I can't be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from." So therefore, he felt there was no need for him to apologize for something that he didn't even say. So therefore,
Yeah, the
once he
only
got
apology he
suspended,
did was to say that.
once
Yeah, he only apologized saying that he didn't give context to what he posted and why he posted is
right,
what he apologized for. But he said he's not apologizing for what his beliefs are or are not. That's what he refuses to apologize for. Nor is he going to give any context to what his beliefs are or not. So
they still got an apology out of him, regardless of the fact, because he did that like hours after he got suspended and fined. He didn't do it before; he did it after. Late last night, he came up with an apology on Twitter. So it's that's crazy. It's mad crazy, mad crazy. I just don't see. I don't get it. But that is our society. That is our world. He is paid. He is paid to play basketball. You can't control someone's personal opinion because you play them to play a sport. Just like Kaepernick, these folks try to control you every. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Eric. You said it right there. That's why Colin Kaepernick is not in the NFL no more because he chose to take a knee. He said
nah,
nothing.
Colin is not in the NFL anymore because
No,
differently. I
he's
think
no
that might
he
have been
got.
the initial, but
But
of
yeah, he
late,
chose to
yeah.
take a knee. But he's been black. He was blackballed by him. It's too late. He's
Y'all
blackballed.
think y'all think that black ball continues to go in
Absolutely,
this day and age? I think
absolutely.
Colin Kaepernick wasn't skillful enough anymore in
Nah,
this day
come
and
on.
age. I
You
honestly
so
think
you
that's what.
you mean so you mean to tell me you mean to tell me all these other quarterbacks is more skillful than Colin Kaepernick when he
I
was?
mean, I mean
Go
to
ahead.
say that Colin Kaepernick has went and did tryouts for other teams, in which I'm very sure they didn't hold that tape or film hostage. And in state is he wasn't that even one he wasn't skillful enough, or two that he just didn't meet what they needed at the time from a standpoint, and that's what it is.
Trey,
Now initially,
Trey,
I believe I
if you believe
initially
that,
believed
they
that he
it's still in
was.
the back of their mind. Whether you believe that or not, it's still in the back of their mind. Whether they do hold a trial for him, in the back of their mind, okay, I'm looking at it, but do I want this type of gentleman on my team who could ruffle some feathers, whether it's in the locker room, whether it's in the media, whether to take focus off the game? Each coach thinks that. I don't care what you say. He could have thrown the perfect balls out there on that field during those workouts. In that coach's mind, he is still thinking about what Colin Kaepernick has brought to this NFL organization as in a way to have people kneel and do things in which people feel is unconstitutional as an NFL player and to our country.
It's so
I just can't say that. I
I
just
think
can't
I
say,
think
and
that
I
was
think it's red
initial.
tape to just make people think, oh, well, we gave him a chance. We gave him a chance to make it look like, oh, it wasn't no bias. Man, you missed me with that one.
So they think I think initially that was the case, but in the last 2 years, I think it was just basically like he wasn't cutting the mustard. He might have been better than some of the other ones, but
I
in
totally
state
agree
it
with you,
wasn't
man.
that. And so so that's where I look at it as like because we're so far removed from that in which I could assure you if someone was to take a knee now that it wouldn't get as much as it was. It did then because he was the pioneer for it. He fell on the swore for it, and then now we're at the point to where I don't think. I just think he just didn't have the skill anymore to do that for it to bring him in. And like you said, I do not doubt that that has some play in it. But let's say, like we said before, if Primo was averaging 30 points a game, we wouldn't be having this conversation in reference to Primo. Kyrie points average 30 points a game is a little bit different. If Colin Kaepernick was
But he wasn't. He took him
was
to a Super Bowl,
he did, but he fell
so you
off two
can't
years.
say
He fell off 2 years later. Within the 2 years after that, he fell off. Of
who
course, it
has
was
it.
an injury. It was injury, but he fell
Okay,
off.
okay. So did Russell Wilson.
Yeah, and Russell Wilson's going to be the same thing. But it took for him to go to
But I'm
another
saying
team
he's
and
still
didn't
in the. But he's
realize
still in the league playing. Russell's still playing in the league.
because he was still formidable during that time frame when he was in Seattle.
Joe Burrow's falling off. They went to the
Yeah,
Super
but Joe
Bowl.
Burrow. Yeah, but Joe Burrow's going to get time. But I'm saying Colin Kaepernick had time after that. He had 2 years prior to him stopping to get the. Because remember, the 49ers gave him a deal. They gave him a pretty good deal. I mean, they gave him a deal, although it was laden with it's a lot of incentives. And then after that, he got released from the team. Well, he didn't get released from the team. He went and had the surgery, and then his contract was up. They redid the contract. And then after that last year, he left. So they restructured his contract, and then he left after that and then he didn't get. He was recovering from this his surgery, and he didn't have no one else bring him in. So at that point, yes, it might have been a situation to where he was. They was still. It was a little still fresh in the minds of all that type of stuff. But it started to be a breakthrough because we had the Floyd situation in which that brought some light. Nike brought light to the situation by standing behind Colin Kaepernick, and then you had the situations with if they was blackballing him, if he was blackballed, what's going on? You had Seattle bring him in, you had a couple of Raiders bring him in, and but then it started to be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? This is so I think it's a melting pot of all that, but in state is I don't think it was specifically all about because think about how many like currently there's so many people that are being African Americans or people who are color or who are being hired to be in charge of these processes, and yet he still remains without. So I think it's starting to shift in a sense in which the shift happened late, in which he diminished some, and that's why he is where he is now. What's good with you, Ron?
Kyrie didn't even say nothing. He posted a tweet.
That's the whole part, man. Speak on it, man. Speak on it. That's the thing, bro. Like this dude he didn't put no words on. That's what I'm saying. If anything, if anybody should have punished Kyrie, it should have been Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whoever wanted it. That's it. The league had no right to do anything to Kyrie for this
But the
man
league
had
has it. The it's not the league. It's what's his name? The Brooklyn. The team is what's punishing them. Now I don't know. I don't know if it was warranted for the league to be able to if it was a violation or any way, form, or fashion. But it's Brooklyn that has done it, in which they suspend them for 5 games.
well, the league shouldn't allow Brooklyn to do that.
Oh, but they can't
That's,
stop them from doing it because it's there or because they said the Brooklyn
yes,
the
they
league is
can.
just no, they can't. The league is a non-profit organization. The Brooklyn Nets are a profit
They can
organization. The
have
league is
right. They
non-profit.
can have but they can
So,
advise for them
so
not
because
to suspend this man for something like
yeah, but
is
it still
simple as
comes
that.
down. It comes down ultimately to the
That
league. Just
part
like
he
I can,
has.
like we can make a recommendation. Hey, max his ass, but the commander and the first sergeant be like, oh, like how many times have you saw your commander? You might give a recommendation, and the first sergeant gives a recommendation. Whose recommendation is he going with? Like you know, what I'm saying so. It's just one of the things. So yes, the league has stepped in and said,
I've seen the first sergeant get the record. I've seen the commander go with the first sergeant's recommendation. I
yeah, that's what
have.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You can almost recommend the first sergeant. The commander's always going to go with the first sergeant's recommendation.
Oh,
You're not
okay,
going to
yeah,
go
yeah.
with your recommendation.
Right.
So you know
Go
what I'm saying.
ahead,
So it's
Ron.
just
I
one of
know
those
you got
things.
some words, man. Go ahead, man. Get it off your chest, man. Get it off your chest. Tell them how you feel, man.
This man lost $2 million. lost his mental health, public embarrassment, drugged by everybody. Just for a tweet. I honestly just feel bad. I don't even like talking about it. Drunk said it. You bring that back up. He said, "Well, I watched the interview and I just was sick." Sick.
It's so, I don't know, man.
The
It's
wild
so,
part is all these media platforms, First Take, Uncle Shay Shay, whatever you want it to, they all just coming down on him. Just fire and brimstone. We better learn to be quiet, apparently.
yeah, freedom of speech is not freedom of speech. Like somebody said it so long ago. We don't have a freedom of speech. We have a freedom of choice to choose what we say and watch what we say. We have a freedom of watch what we say, not a freedom of speech. There's a big difference. A big difference. And again, when it like Ron said, when it's all said and done, it wasn't even a freedom of speech because he didn't say anything. He
Right.
said nothing. So it wasn't even about a freedom of speech. It's a freedom of watch what you put on social media. Watch what you post or repost.
And
And
like
then
Zach is talking about with the military, one of
Right.
the main reasons that bugged me out was you couldn't say anything that you wanted to say. You couldn't be political at all.
Yeah, you
And
can't talk
getting
about
out,
your
it's like,
commander in chief.
okay, now we get to be
Right.
free.
Be
And it's
yourself. Right.
like, no, you don't.
Right.
Watch what you
Right.
say. And I don't even like talking about it on our platforms. I'm like, no, we work years and years and give our life and sacrifices to this. It's a dirty game.
And you're right. I totally. Ron said it right then. You won't get physically lynched, but you will get financially lynched. That part, drunk.
The
That part.
cancer culture is real.
That's that part. You're right. It would not surprise me if because of
That's
this
like
conversation
Eric
we
told
we
me
we
earlier
get
to watch what I say.
right.
It's like
We get
it's just like
this joker gets banned or gets removed or we get put on Facebook jail because of this actual conversation in which we're having about something Kyrie didn't say. We're talking about what a person didn't say, what a person just chose to post. Like I told you the other day, I know a young lady who was on Facebook. She got put in Facebook jail for something that was posted 2 to 3 years ago. 2 to 3 years ago? Seriously, y'all, this is what we doing. This is where we are. 2 to 3 years ago, she made a post, and Facebook, I guess, just now caught up to it, or somebody commented on it. You could comment on posts from years ago if you want to, but because somebody, I guess, may have commented on it or said something or did, they put her in Facebook jail. Come on, man, we got to do better, man. It's just, I don't know, man.
I like
It's
what
hard. It's hard.
whatchamacallit just said. Shut up and dribble. I take
DJ.
it a step further. I've been listening to this new artist that I found. I think everybody should check him out. What the heck is his name? Oh, La Russell.
Mm.
He got this song called "Just Shut Up and Do That Dance," boy. Y'all dance, do that dance that we like. That's all we need from y'all. Do that dance, and it's just
and
like
then move on. Go back out to the cotton fields. Yeah, I get it.
this make me think of this our civil rights movement. Think about it, civil rights, everything that we fought for. It was a painful era. We could talk about Rosa, Martin, Malcolm, and all these people that fought and gave their life up for a simple civil right. And here we are in 2022. And we all, Trey, have you been kicked off Facebook? You may have been lucky.
I haven't been kicked off Facebook, but like I'm not. So and you know what? I used to get told by I don't know if my old first started watching Carlise. I used to call her Hurricane Carlise. She always used to say, "Dude, you got to choose a side." I have a particular set of traits about myself, and I consider myself somewhat of a strategist. So my strategic is I find ways to move within the matrix. Like I feel like my thing is I gotta find a way. Like what I'm saying, I got sometimes you have to be able to infiltrate and get into certain parts. You know what I'm saying? Like the movie Colors. Y'all remember my man was claiming Crip But what did he have on underneath his clothes when they ripped his jacket with his shirt on? He was bleeding underneath there. So you know what I'm saying? So I just look at it, sometimes you gotta move within the matrix. You gotta find your niche, do what you gotta infiltrate, do whatever you gotta do. Work, you know what I'm saying, inside out. We seen the movie in Disney's Pixar's Inside Out. You see how they got down. It's like everything, sometimes you have to work from the inside out, you know what I'm saying, to be effective, because you sit up and if all of us are swinging haymakers, they're not, the haymaker not naked. But if you sit up and dip and hit them with a, you know what I'm saying, uppercut, you know what I'm saying, a quick overhand, a quick hook, that might be more effective. You know what I'm saying? The haymaker might not make. So I find a way to move around, and just because the way in which I move might not look like I'm moving, it might look like I'm moving foul, or I'm speaking out against, or I'm straddling the line. It's a reason for it, and that's just how I tend to be. And I'm a person, for the most part, when I MC breed, feet standing hard in the pavement, that's exactly what I do. And I know in this saying, I'm a person that would be in a room of a million and have the only stance, and will stand and be ready for anything at that point. So like you said, I haven't. No, I have not yet been hit with a Facebook jail. I haven't been sanctioned. I haven't been locked out or anything like that of yet.
Let's
So
keep
you're
on talking
saying,
about Kyrie on here. It's coming. Mark is like, he got his finger on Control Alt Delete. He's like, go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it. But that's
one
how
more
we gotta
time.
be.
One more time. Say it one more time.
We gotta be chameleons, man. Shout out to Kanye. Everything you just said, I'm just like, you gotta watch what your people are saying, watch what they're moving, watch where it's gonna go. We gotta take our time and watch, exactly how everything unfolds.
And it's like to simply say that we gave him opportunities to, basically to say that you're giving them opportunities to correct it. What exactly needed to be corrected? Like, you
And
know what I'm saying?
and Mr. Davis, I love how you saying they breaking down on first take, and that's perfectly fine, Trey. They should be breaking it down. But the thing is they gonna give one side. There's no
Mm-hmm.
devil's advocate. There's no hold up, wait up. Let's break this down. Let's look into it. It's just fire and brimstone.
And it's just basically based on the fact, because he did or did not. Did we just not go over the fact of Mikal Bridges did or did not say he was or was not guilty? Court of law. That's what's a reason for it, and that's the reason why these things come in. Like, this stuff is there for a reason, and it's like to sit up and say that you're going to suspend me for 5 games. I'm very sure he's on with the players union to be like, yo, is this warranted? Can they do this? Like, I ain't got to sit up and take this. Uh, so, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of the things where I look at it, like, it becomes like I pay attention for the most part. I don't go in depth, but I pay attention to the stuff when we talk about laws and stuff like that. And it really is what you can prove and what you cannot prove, and why they sit up and get these certain people to try these cases for them, because you just don't want anyone. You want the best of the best, and that knows, like I just say, how to move in or out of the matrix. Do your homework. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention. Don't, like we always say, don't drink that Kool-Aid. Don't get caught up in it, or whatever case like that. So
go through the maze. Yeah, weave,
mhm.
bob and weave, bob and
Yeah,
weave.
bob and weave,
Weave
dip.
through
You know
it
what I'm
all.
saying?
Yep.
What was that? Ring King body bowl, uppercut, uppercut, uppercut.
Yeah,
Like, that's
yeah.
how you got to move.
And
That's how they end. Go ahead, Ron.
it's real. Shout out Nipsey Hussle. He taught us a valuable lesson. I know you know Trey from out LA. It's a marathon. It's not
Mm-hmm.
a sprint. We're gonna be running for a long time. So make sure you run through those mazes.
Because I tell you, I stay on tilt. Without a doubt, I stay on tilt. If you nigga know, I stay on tilt. So at any time, I can sit up and be ignited. But I ain't got to sit up and react to everything that sit up and pops up. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, I may be fuming on the inside, but the calm is on the outside. And I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, and once I get into the get somewhere, I pull my tray from Boys in the Hood after Ricky got shot. I'll be around the room throwing, you know what I'm saying, fighting that ghost and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying, it's just something. Yeah. uh,
Everybody
so
remember that.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my
like I
god.
say, and all that's going on. But you know what I'm saying, but you just gotta, it's like Brian said, it's like you always hear, it's chess, not checkers. It's a marathon. I listen around. Sometimes I guys go back. If you ain't heard Nipsey Hussle, it's a real short one, but he had a joint called "Respect Your Passion." Go listen to that and listen to what he's saying, man. And that's like one thing in which I kind of like set myself. That sets myself right. Making $1,000 for you flatline, and you know what I'm saying. Burn it all down, collect the ashes. Respect your passion. And so, you know what I'm saying? That's just what I look at it. Like sometimes you got to set fire to it, let it burn, collect it up, and restart again. I have
Let
no
it
quarrels with
burn.
restarting over again if something pops off. Can't be connected to
Like
everything.
Usher. Let it burn. Let it burn.
Eric's stupid, man. Well, of course, so, you know what I'm saying? But,
He's have to drop all my luggage down. Oh, silly, bro. I'm silly.
I hope that Vikings hat that you got that's in your luggage cracked, the horn cracked.
And a lot of people just became more aware of how stuff work in America. That part drunk.
Right.
Drunk.
Right. It's crazy. We can see the distractions. Shout out Houston that just took out Takeoff because he ain't checking with somebody. And shout out Ye. Shout out Kyrie. It's ever before us.
That part, bro. That part, bro.
The distractions.
That part, bro.
So of course, like you said last night, a few games. And here goes a distraction right now.
You silly.
Here goes a distraction. A couple of games last night. Few games last night. Hold up. Well, let me refresh this.
I got you. Last night we had oh no, hold on. Last night's games we had the Warriors versus the Magic, and we had the Thunder versus the Jazz.
Nuggets. Yeah, Thunders and Nuggets. The Jazz
the
and
Thunder. Yeah.
Thunders and Nuggets. Yeah. So of course, interesting enough, the Golden State Warriors have lost their 5th away game in a row. Right, 5th in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Wiggins dropped 16, 39 from Steph, 27 from Klay Thompson, 11 points from Clay Poole, 15 from Wiggins, 8 from Draymond. But what Steve Kerr has come to the realization is he said that some things have to change. He said he's going to take a look at his rotation. He's going to take a look at his bench and see what they can do to fix the situations. But Draymond Green came on and said it's not just that; it's defense. And it's not just the diaper dandies. It's not just the rookies. It's just not the new cats. It's all of us. It's defense. The Magic, of course, Paolo Banchero was instrumental in their victory. You got 26 points, 9 assists, 1 rebound from Jalen Suggs. Banchero with 22 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 15 points from R.J. Hampton, 12 from Devin Harris, 2 Kiki, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Franz Wagner, 19 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Wendell Carter, 14 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists. How was you going to stop that? It was just their night last night, I guess you could say.
That
Maybe
part.
defense. Was it defense? I mean, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 12 out of 11 players in double digits. And the other ones didn't play nothing but 5 and 6 minutes. And then Bo was the only other one who played 19 minutes, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 rebound. Like, I believe it was just the Magic's night, and maybe there was nothing which no one could have did if they was hitting if the way they was playing last night. Gentlemen, do you agree? They're 2-7 now.
Yeah, without
Golden State
question.
Warriors are 3-6.
Yeah, I totally agree, bro. I totally agree. Like they was just on one last night, man. I mean, you
It
can't not.
happens.
I mean, Steph still dropping 39 points, 9 assists, like 7 rebounds or something like that. Like Steph
Yeah.
did his thing, bro. Like
The majority of their defense, I mean, their starters did the thing, but what they're saying is all it's what it sounds like Steve Kerr is saying is like it's on the defense. I mean, it's on the younger core to be. It's like they had 46 free throw 46. I don't know what's that 46 points off free throws or just 46 free throw attempts. But it basically was 46 to 15. That's a lot of fouls. But that wasn't just the young guns. That was also some of the veterans that committed those fouls too. Being lazy, not moving their feet on defense, all that type of stuff. So Draymond says it's defense and we all need to do better, and we're not teaching them how to do better. Steve Kerr saying they just need to find a different avenue. So I mean, it's still early. We're not even 10 games in yet.
that part.
So we'll see. Um, Ron,
Just
you
a
agree? Defense. Go ahead. Yeah.
further point on that, yeah, defense and the defense of it can't just be the big man, is what I want to say, because it looked like I didn't watch the game, but it looked like Orlando was just attacking the paint. Draymond Green 6 fouls, Looney 5,
Yeah.
Wiseman a couple. They was getting attacked. Jalen Suggs 26 points. I've been waiting for this man to step up all year. He been getting like under 10 and he go off on the Warriors, and it's just, of course, you're gonna step up when it's the Warriors playing, but they got a
That
championship
that
hangover.
part drunk. I was about to say, yeah. Do y'all think it's a championship hangover?
For the Warriors, it could be.
Yeah.
It's still
Yeah.
early though. We got a lot of games to play, man. A lot of games to play. A lot of games. Remember the Warriors? Last year they wasn't doing all that well either, because then Steph was out. I mean, not Steph, but Clay was out. I think Draymond was out for a bit. It was just Steph, and he was trying to keep the team together and try and do what they needed to do to get to the playoffs and all of that. And then all of them came back and they was able to win the championship. So it's still early. I agree with Drunk. It may be just a bit of a hangover right now because
Do you
they're on a
think
5-game losing streak on the road. First team,
do you,
second team ever coming off a championship to have a 5-game
losing
losing
streak?
streak on the
Yeah.
road.
Do y'all
So
think it's a potentially a hangover from the situation that happened between Draymond and Poole?
could be,
What I
could
was
be.
gonna say is they got cancers. Shout out all the cancer survivors. We all know somebody that's dealt with it, but they got multiple. Draymond is a cancer. Like, they paid Poole instead of him. I don't think he's really there right now. He's thinking about where am I
Mm,
going next. Jordan
mm,
Mm-hmm.
Poole himself is Mr. Gunner. You're not Steph Curry, sir.
mm-hmm.
As much as you want
That
to be,
part.
I don't know.
That part.
Giving him all that money, Trey,
Yeah.
cancer. Let's talk about the first round pick, James Wiseman. He
Mm-hmm.
played
Mm,
10
12
minutes last
million. Picked up
mm.
picked up picked up a $12 million
Deal.
pickup is $12 million. Yeah.
night. Cancer. I don't think Golden State is higher than a 6 seed this year. Um, and I've been saying it. They should have capitalized on all their assets and made a trade. They still
Mm.
could. Hopefully they realizing it. But
Yeah. Yeah.
why Donovan Mitchell is not in Golden State, I would never know. Because they could have made a
Mm.
hell of a better trade.
Look at Bishop being both Memphis at the same time.
Yeah.
Mm.
I say Draymond defend Poole tough over those travel calls, so I must assume they squashed it.
They may. I mean, it looked good, but it's still like even though think about Draymond and KD. It took a little time in which they said they said they said it was Golden State that did not deal with that problem the way that properly, in which what ultimately had which I had KD leave Golden State. So I hope they learn from that and they sit up and get it, or we're going to even have Poole, or will not be Poole. Draymond's going to leave next, or maybe it's going to be mutual, as they say. Uh, but of course, the other game which Bishop talked about, because I know y'all really to get to this damn whack ass
Don't do that. Don't you do that.
uh,
Don't do that, sir.
the Nuggets, and the Thunder faced off last night, in which the Thunder was not able to take care, but they are just at 400, 500. They're 4-4 now, 5-3 for the Nuggets, with the Nuggets a 122 to 110 win, led by Aaron Gordon's 27 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 24 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists from Jamal Murray, 15 points
Shay.
apiece from Nikola Jokic and Bruce Bowen Jr., 11 points from Michael Porter Jr. and Kentavious Caldwell Pope, and then 7 points from Green, Reed, Braun, and Najee, respectively. Of course, y'all hear Ron with the Shay. SGA, Shea Gillis Alexander continues to be the hot steppers, the scorcher. 37 points. We just said Steph had 39. Shea, 37 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists in 35 minutes of play. Can you imagine with it? Do you think this is based off the fact of they're without Holmgren, or could this be in raid to Holmgren, who might be getting 10 to 15 points a game if he was playing? I don't know. Shea, 37 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 16 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists from Josh Giddey, 10 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist from Jamar Robinson, 19 points from Lou Dort again. But unfortunately, Oklahoma did take the L, 122 to 110, dropping to 4-4 of the year. They're ahead of the Lakers. They're ahead of the Clippers. Hell, they might even be ahead of
Trap game?
New Orleans.
Orlando's a trap? Oh no. Wait, I don't know what game he talking about. But Shay Shay is the
That
most
dude.
underrated player in the
Shay.
league, in my opinion, right now. Maybe we could talk about that, but definitely most
Uh
improved this year. I want him traded.
huh.
You
Dang.
want to trade it? Dang, Ron, you want everybody traded. Good Lord, bro.
Usually, what's he doing there? Oklahoma City is not trying to win.
Why you feel like they not trying to win?
His name is Victor. Wamba Wamba. Sam Presti wants to come on. They've been trying to gather these draft picks for the past since they let go of KD and Russ. They're good, and that's because of Shay Shay. They 4-4.
They are. They are. But
He
this is
said
the.
LeBron has no loyalty.
But this,
I
Jokers
don't.
with
I
his,
need to work on that.
So Jokic 79 triple double.
he's now the overall leader for the most triple doubles by a center in NBA history. 79
That's because
career.
they weren't tracking Wilkes.
No, he passed Wilt for most. He passed Wilt. That's who
Well,
he
he said
passed.
Yeah,
at
I
the
don't
point.
think they started tracking that
Yeah,
till like the end of the
yeah, too.
70s.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, but he passed Wilt.
He ain't my goat. I'm so happy. You know what? Shout out to the double MVP winner.
Hey, it is what it is, bro. That part. It is what it is, bro.
So of
That's
course, there's a huge slate of games coming up for this
tonight.
week.
Yes.
Tonight alone,
Yes.
Pistons and Cavaliers, 76ers and Knicks. Before we talk about the 76ers, James Harden will be out for a month as he has a tendon strain in his left foot. Of
When did
course,
that happen?
Joe. It happened Wednesday. It happened
Really? I didn't
Wednesday.
hear that.
Yeah, he's going to be
What?
out for a month. So now Tyrese Maxey's going to have to do all the heavy lifting until
Uh-oh.
Joel
Ron's
Embiid comes
favorite
back.
dude. Ron's
Until
favorite.
Embiid.
Ron's favorite player right there.
But you know what I'm saying? Tobias
Tyrese
Harris might be able to
Maxey.
help him out. But Tobias Harris might be able to help out. Embiid is coming back. Embiid is due to come back. He's been straddled for 3 or 4 games with a non-COVID illness. So that's why we haven't seen him in play. But it's up to Tyrese now. And which the
Tyrese
first
Maxey. That's
it
Ron's
first
favorite
goes
player. That's Ron's dude right there.
the
I
Knicks.
don't,
First up against the Knicks.
I don't
Yeah.
even want to talk about this. This hurt. But Harden is out and Embiid is out, and the Sixers is still favored to beat the Knicks. So I think it says more about New York.
It does say more about New York. It does. That says a great deal about New York, in my
Dang, we
opinion.
down bad, man. Harden's not a bum. Don't do that. But that age is real. His father time is undefeated. He out for a month.
Father
A
time is
month.
undefeated. Yes,
I
a
didn't know he
month.
was out for a month.
A month, and they said that might be an understatement.
What's
Father
that like?
time is
20
undefeated.
games? What's a month in the
No.
NBA?
Oh, you know what? I can tell you exactly
Usually
who he's
like
going to miss.
13.
It's
No,
like
it's like five games. I can tell you exactly who he's going
five.
to.
No, for a month.
Yeah, six games. I'm sorry, it's 6 games. They're going to miss. He's going to miss.
You said Maxi is.
They're going to miss. He's going to miss the Knicks, the Phoenix Suns, the Atlanta Hawks twice, the Utah Jazz, Milwaukee Bucks, the Minnesota Timberwolves, and that's 7 games.
That's
And
8 games.
he
How
might
hard
come
to
back. He might come back to be there at the game when Brooklyn. So he'd probably be back November 22nd.
For
Yeah,
Brooklyn.
that's 8 games.
Drunk, you got to stop being so disrespectful. There ain't no way.
That's Ron's favorite player. That's Ron's favorite player, Tyrese Maxey, baby.
We're going to get to see the real Maxey because there ain't going to be
Yeah, he ain't
nobody
got no
out there
choice.
with you.
Ain't got no choice now. Ain't
He's
got
going to
no
be like,
choice.
Tobias, you got me. He's going to go miss a wide open layup.
He called his player, gonna wave him off. Like, nah, I'm good.
Man,
so he's gonna be out. So of course MB will be back at some point during that time frame. So it should be all Tobias. PJ, y'all got PJ Tucker still.
yeah, you got PJ Tucker. Yeah, y'all picked up PJ, the defensive player.
We
PJ.
don't know if he want him anymore.
The Pacers and the Pacers and the Heat got a game. Wizards and the Nets running back. Boston Celtics and Chicago's up.
Here you go, Ron.
The Spurs and the Clippers. The Grizzlies and the Hornets. I don't
How
know
many
if
assists did
LaMelo
Harden
Ball.
have the other night, Bishop?
17, wasn't it?
17. Yeah, 17.
17.
The Hornets and the Grizzlies. I don't know if the Grizzlies will have, if the Hornets will have LaMelo Ball back yet. So we don't know what that game is. The Raptors and the Mavericks. That'd probably be a good one. Does Luka continue with his string of to tie Will
We got
Chamberlain?
a couple of good ones tonight, Trey.
We know which
Chamberlain,
one
will
Trey
Luka
want
try
to
Will
talk
Chamberlain?
about.
A few. We got a few good ones tonight. Like it's about 6 games that's gonna be real good tonight. Easy.
The Pelicans
Warriors,
and the Warriors. The Warriors in losing. Timberwolves and Bucks.
Bucks, that's a good one.
The Trailblazers and the Suns. Of course, lastly, the Lakers get an opportunity to get their third consecutive win for the season as they play host to the Utah Jazz.
Is Harden still coming off the bench? I mean, not Harden. Is
Westbrook.
Westbrook still coming off?
Yes, I think
Good.
so.
Oh, y'all might get a win there. Y'all might get a win. Y'all might get a win. Y'all might get y'all third. Maxey is diet John Morant. Drunk said Maxey is diet John Morant.
Ain't even close.
I like Maxey. He said, I think he should be number 2 option next to Embiid. Ooh.
That's the problem. That's why Embiid's not happy because he's not the number 1 option. It's been hard.
Here it all comes out.
Yeah, Embiid's been frustrated.
ESPN showing Boston, Chicago, and Bucks Wolves. So like I said, the Bulls Celtics game is the game of the night. Raptors Mavericks is a game. Grizzlies Hornets is a game. Warriors Pelicans is a game. Bucks Timberwolves is a game. Jazz Lakers is a game. Trailblazers Suns is like I said, it's like 6 games that are really going to be good games tonight. Really good games tonight.
You know what else is a good game, Bishop Ron?
Was,
Last night's Thursday night football game was a game for the first half. I say.
I'm happy with it. I'm cool. I don't care about that.
The Eagles, as y'all see, Bishop's raggedy folded back behind, improved to 8-0 on the year as they took care of business in the second half with a 29-17 win. It was close. Davis Mills. Shout out to Davis Mills.
It was not.
Per that interception in the fourth quarter, the third quarter, it was.
He was our best player.
He was
our best player. He was our best player.
You talk that ish now. But it wasn't the case. Jalen Hurts, 21 or 27, 243 yards, 2 touchdowns. Miles Sanders, 17 carries for 93 yards with a touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell, 4 carries for 22 yards with a touchdown. Jalen Hurts carried the ball 9 times for 23 yards himself. Dallas Goedert, unlike his sorts, but he showed I'm still here. 8 receptions, 100 yards. That is 24 fantasy points for if you had him. AJ Brown, 4 receptions, 59 yards, 1 touchdown. That's 15 points for anyone that had him. Quez Watkins, 2 for 25. Dante Smith, 2 for 22.
He did.
Quez is trash. Devontae is trash at this point.
He is not trash. He is not trash.
Ron.
He is not trash. He is. How can you say that? He is not trash. No way, form, or fashion is he trash. Devontae, how you gonna call him trash? Get that, man, please.
Why aren't they using him?
Then
so
who telling that?
You telling me the last two receptions? You telling me the last? You telling me the last couple of games?
He only threw.
Devontae.
Jalen only threw 27 passes.
Correct, and 2 of them went to Devontae.
2 went to Devontae. And how many went to AJ? How many went to AJ?
I don't know how many went to him. I know he caught 4.
1 touchdown. He caught 1 touchdown.
He caught 1 touchdown.
And
he got 4 receptions.
So he only got 2.
I don't know how many looks he got.
Correct. He only got he only got 4. So he got 2 more than Devontae. He got 2 more catches. The person who led in catches was Dallas.
That's why I was gonna say why.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not that Devontae is trash. AJ ain't even getting that many catches. It's the fact that the offenses are all around offense. That means we are completely.
No, I think it's the fact that the defense was locked in on him and he couldn't get separation.
No.
Because what the problem is, what the problem is,
he was wide open.
Dallas Goedert was getting his catches from the middle of the field,
and he was covered.
That's where they was working.
Every pass that Jalen threw to Dallas, to Devontae, as well as AJ Brown, if you go back and look at him, every last one of them was wide. No, it was wide. They were wide open. Nobody was close to him 5 yards or closer. The only time
they was catching them in the middle of the field. They wasn't guarding.
No, Dallas caught his on the sideline. Dallas caught his on the sideline. AJ caught his in the end zone on the sideline. Devontae caught his on the sideline. What are you talking about? No, they did not. I watched the whole game, bro. All the passes were sideline passes. Every one of them. The only thing that was happening in the middle of the field was, the only thing that was happening in the middle of the field was running. Miles Sanders was running up the middle of the field. He was doing that for sure. But everything else, Dallas, all them catches was the sideline catches.
Thank you, Drunk.
He's not. He is not.
He's regressing.
No, he's not. Regressing. How can y'all say that? He had
numbers-wise, yeah.
But AJ had 2 more catches than him. That's it. 2.
Because they paid Goddard.
Kenneth Gainwell had, I think he had 1 or 2 catches and a rushing touchdown.
Rod, do you
Quez Watkins had 2 catches.
Someone that isn't so close to someone that isn't so close to the situation and had neutral. Ron, do you believe or do you not believe that Devontae Smith is regressing? You just said it, stat wise, which may be drinking the Kool-Aid because what he had last year is not what he has this year. They didn't have AJ Brown last year, right?
Right.
They had Dallas Goedert though.
Yeah, and we had AJ, and we had Bum.
Yeah, everyone else except for AJ.
We had the Bum dude from JJ Arcega-Whiteside from Pac-12, WAC-12. He was on the squad. His bum behind. We had what's this other bum dude? We got Rigger. Rigger got rid of Jalen Rigger. Bum. We got rid of this is why Jalen got tired of throwing to the people who couldn't catch the damn ball. Which that wasn't the case for Devontae. So now he's got 3 receivers, possibly 4 with Quez Watkins.
He had Quez last year too.
Yeah, but Quez was like the 5th option. He was like the 5th option, bro. For real. Like, stop it. Like, he was throwing the quarter. He was throwing the ball before he was throwing.
What's your take on Devontae, Ron?
Philly basically went out and got T.O. reincarnated again. If I'm a quarterback, I'm my first and second option is always going to be is AJ Brown open down there.
That part, exactly.
Where Goddard at? Devontae has regressed a little bit, Bishop, basically numbers wise, but when you play,
wasn't that expected, Ron?
It was.
Yeah, okay, that's
he's
expected.
He's an understudy now.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's only his second year.
Right, exactly. I totally agree. But the way they make it sound like he just regret, like he what did he say? He's trash, garbage. What? No, he is not. He is not. You have yet to name a time in which you see him drop a ball. Like, this dude is not trash, bro, whatsoever. He's not garbage. Quez Watkins had 2 catches last night. Devontae had 2 catches. AJ had 4, but he was targeted 6 times. Dallas had 3 to 4 catches. Like, come on, he's spreading the ball around evenly.
What's it called when you like pick at the throne and you just got to nitpick and take something away? It's trying to find whatever you can about the Eagles, because yesterday was a trap game. Everybody had in the back of their mind, okay, Houston might just come out and want to play some football, and they did. The one thing we've been saying about the Eagles is they can't finish games. Now 14-14. It was 14-14. How was you feeling, Bishop? Was you scared at all?
I was nervous.
Okay,
I'm not gonna lie. I was nervous. I was nervous in the service, bro.
I know he had you just sit up and thinking he could see me like all time.
No, I really was. I was like, if we lose, I'm not getting on. Forget the show. I'm not getting on. If we lose, I'm not getting on the show. No, but Devontae is an afterthought in offense, facts. So no, he's not an afterthought, bro. He's not an afterthought. What y'all fail to realize?
Do you think teams are figuring out ways to take him away?
No, I think this is the thing, right? What's going to happen? We have 9 more games left. What's about to take place? Because mind you, we just had, mark my word, we played Washington again. That's when Devontae had a big game against Washington. Remember the last time the Eagles played Washington? Devontae had, I think, 3 touchdowns against the Washington Redskins, or Washington Commanders. I'm sorry, had 3 touchdowns against Washington, 2 big catches. He had 3 touchdowns against Washington. We play Washington next. Watch what I tell you. Devontae is going to be that dude again in that game. Watch what I tell you.
Of course,
Watch
not to go on talked about. Davis Mills was 13 for 22, 154 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Damian Pierce, 27 carries for
he, explo-
139 yards. That dude was
he
bouncing off
exploded us.
tackles. He was like, go
He was pissing
tackle.
me off. He was
A
pissing me
tackle?
off. He exploded.
Davis
He
Mills 3 for
exploded us.
18. Rex Berkman 1 for 9 and 1 for 2 from Chris Moore. Philip Dorsett was 3 for 69 yards receiving. Chris Moore was 4 for 43 with a touchdown. OJ Howard was 1 for 14. And then of course you had a couple onesies and twosies. Tegan Quartanero was 1 reception, 2 for 2 yards and a touchdown. But of course, like you said, those 2 interceptions really hurt Davis Mills and his in the trajectory, which they had. And of course, again, they fall 29-17. Houston 1-6 and 1 on the year. Eagles, the only undefeated team, 8-0. Does this game, coupled with whatever Buffalo's going to do, going to finally get them an opportunity to be number 1 in the rankings? We will see on Tuesday morning. Of course, of late, wide receivers,
Who does
Thomas.
Buffalo have this week?
Buffalo plays
Jets.
the
Trap
Jets.
game.
Oh, trap game. Trap game for them too. Yep, that's a trap game too.
On the road.
Yep,
The
that's a trap game.
Saints wide receiver, Michael Thomas is out, IR with the toe. He haven't had toe surgery.
I saw that, man. I know the Saints fans is just tired of this dude, bro. I know they're tired of Michael Thomas, bro.
Wide receiver Corey Davis is out with a knee injury for the New York Jets. So that's another one, another wide receiver out. Rashad Bateman out for the Baltimore Ravens. Season-ended surgery, so he's done. They got to get some help in there. I don't know who they're going to find, but they got to get some help. Who else? So let's go here, right? We just talked about a couple of those injuries. Well, some of them already made my picks, and I got Ron's pick. We get yours in a second as we get ready to close out. Any of those going to make a difference? The fact of Corey Davis not being there, the fact of Michael Thomas not being there, and Bateman not being there, were any of those effective receivers to where, yes, those names we know, so it makes a difference, but really, did they make a difference? Like, Thomas ain't been there since the first game.
Okay.
So, I mean, we can sit up and we'll see how New Orleans is going to do. Corey Davis out, Rashad Bateman out. Is that going to hurt their respective teams any more than that for what they've done of late?
I feel like the only thing that hurts the Saints is when they don't get a Kamara involved. The best person on the field, probably 8 out of 10 times, you think about which team they playing, like Kamara is dope. I mean, he's had one. Andy Dalton got him the ball last weekend.
That he showed out. Mm-hmm.
Right. Just keep that going. That's the key for them.
Mm-hmm. Geno Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Capping or the truth?
I hate the Seahawks, and Geno making me love him, Trey. I know you hate him too.
Yeah, I'm not going to. No, you know what? I keep with the same energy, right? I can understand. You gotta recognize saying he's doing. Like I said, I don't know if it's cap yet, or if it's just the situations are fitting. Like, I don't know yet. And
I don't think it's cap.
Okay.
He's had a rough start to his career. From
I was about to say that
Giants.
part.
This
the man's
is really
been in the league a good amount of time, but you
this
know
is
what?
really like his second chance.
You know what? Interesting enough, coach. Shoot, he's on NFL. On NFL. Damn, I can't think.
Who you coach
Who the
for?
coach?
Yeah,
Who is Buddy? Who's Buddy's the sons?
buddy.
Buddy.
Your old coach for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Andy Reid.
No, not Reed. Before Reed.
Oh, you talking about out at the Jaguars right now?
No, before him.
No,
before him.
before.
He used
Before
to.
Reed.
He was a defensive
Oh,
coach.
you talking about
Buddy? His name is Buddy. I can't think of his last name. It's his sons. You know, he has two sons
Yeah.
that look exactly alike. And
Right.
one's the defensive coach. The other one was a coach. And he was a head coach for the Jets. Buddy Ryan.
Buddy
So,
Ryan. There you go,
Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Buddy Ryan. That's him. Yeah.
So Buddy, thank you, DJ. So Buddy Ryan, his son, is one of the Ryan brother who had Geno Smith as his coach, as his quarterback. And he was like, he liked him then. He's like, unfortunately, you're going to do good things, but you're not going to be able to do it for me because he got
Oh, this is Rex in the Jets.
Rex Ryan.
Rex
Yes,
Ryan.
Yeah,
That's
Rex
him.
Ryan. So Rex Ryan basically said that he's going to be a good quarterback, but he said, unfortunately, you won't be it for me because he got fired. So he said he's seen promise in Geno then when he drafted him. And here we are, like Ron just said, he's been bounced around, left for, I guess you could say, for lack of a better term, left for dead when it comes to his career. And as soon as you get Russ up out of there, look what you got. So it's kind of hard to deny that. Even if I don't like the Seahawks, it's kind of hard to deny what Geno Smith is doing. So
Just a little something about Michael Thomas, bro. Michael Thomas, last 4 years, 2019 sets NFL record with 149 catches for 1,700 yards, 9 touchdowns, 2027 games played. 2021 misses entire year. 2022, 3 games.
Could y'all imagine getting to play your career with Drew Brees, and then you gotta go play with Taysom Hill and Winston? I wouldn't have been playing these past couple of years either. And Sean Payton was out here disrespecting them. I feel like he wanted to get traded, but I don't know. He's a weird case.
And did y'all hear about Brandon Cooks? The reason why he didn't play last night because they didn't trade him is why Cooks from Houston, from the Texans.
Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, he didn't play last night because he didn't get the trade in which he requested. He trying to say it was his finger, but when it's all said and done, it came out that it was actually because of the fact that he did not get traded.
It makes no sense to me why he wasn't if he wanted to get. I don't get NFL organizations, but when you come out and say you want to trade, they're gonna be like, "Who you think you are?
Right?
You ain't going nowhere."
That's wrong. That's Trey. That's Trey's feelings. Trey don't believe you.
Debo, shout out Debo. Trey said, "Debo, you ain't going nowhere."
Yep, that's Trey, man. Trey don't believe in letting nobody. Oh, you on a contract? Well, where's the little paper? Contract.
Houston didn't want to let go of him and get like a third pick. I think he'd go for a third rounder.
If he played last night, could they have beat Philadelphia?
No, nobody's beating Philadelphia.
No, bro.
Except Dallas.
Ooh, wait, Ron. Now, hold on, pause. Now, hold on.
I'm terrified of Dallas at the end of the season.
Why? We beat them once already. Why are you still terrified of these guys?
Because vengeance is real. They're gonna be angry. It's gonna be a barn burner. A barn burner.
Yeah, you're right. I totally agree with you. It's definitely gonna be that game. I totally agree to that. It's definitely gonna be that game.
Come down to a field goal.
You think so? It's gonna be here in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree with you, bro. I do not disagree with you at all.
And out of the 53-man roster, there's only one person that makes me believe it. Is Micah. He coming. He coming. Yeah. He got Dallas on his back. So let's get into these picks.
Let's get it.
So of course, like I said, where's the book at? So of course, me and Ron.
This how they feel? Is the Bears playing the Dolphins this week?
Yes.
Yeah. The Dolphins is on the road. Another trap game.
Ooh, is this how they feeling though?
I'm rocking with the Bears. I said the Bears in our pick.
He did. Yeah, he did say his pick.
Is this how they feeling though? Ooh.
Really?
Is this how they feeling though?
Look at what going 3-5 make you do. Bring out all the confidence.
Look at this. Is this how they feeling? Is they trying to slay Aquaman into it?
They got rid of some cancers on defense.
Ooh,
Claypool. Watch Claypool come out here and
feeling?
have like 10 catches, 140.
Oh boy. I'm telling you, boy, Ron. Hey, let's get in these picks. You right. Let's get into these picks. Let's get into these picks. You right, Ron. You
So
right.
of course the first one up as we get ready. Let me go back. Back. All right, first game. The Indianapolis Colts against the New England Patriots.
Let me see. New England.
Belichick.
Ugh, at home.
Belichick don't lose to rookie quarterbacks. Just to let
I'm going Patriots.
New England as well. Me and Ron picked the Patriots as well. Next up, Detroit Lions against the Green Bay Packers.
Ooh, that's a trap game.
This is hard.
This is a trap game.
This is probably the hardest one.
Yeah, this is a trap game for sure. Because you want us, that the Packers will go come out of this slump.
I've been saying that for a month.
I know, man. I know. That's what me too. I've been picking the Packers, and they've been disappointing me every weekend. I'm taking Detroit, man. I'm taking Detroit.
Okay, you got Detroit. Ron took Detroit as well. I went with Green Bay.
Okay.
Next one, the Los Angeles Chargers and the Atlanta Falcons.
Another trap game because the way Marcus Mariota is playing, man, and the way they looking, man, I don't know.
Hold on,
the Chargers aren't looking that great.
Is the running back coming back?
Who, Eckler?
No, Falcons.
Patterson.
No, he's not due back yet. Not this week.
I want to change my pick then.
You want to? Which one? You going with Chargers?
I'm taking the Chargers. Yeah, I'm taking the Chargers. I gotta go with the Chargers, man. I'm taking the Chargers.
Ron?
Oh, Patterson's on IR.
Cordell Patterson's on IR.
He's going to be going for another 1 to 2 weeks.
Yeah. I'm taking the Chargers.
At minimum.
Zach takes the Lions. Eric takes the Lions. Eric takes the Chargers.
I took ATL. Now, in any other instances, I would have took ATL. I mean, I would have took the Chargers. But currently, the Chargers are without
the wide receiver
Williams, and potentially they won't have Allen either. They're out without J.C. Jackson. Like, it's just too much mountain at this point. Eckler is not going to be able to do it alone. That's why I went with Atlanta. I think Atlanta has the better. I think Atlanta has the better of two evils. Next up, the Buffalo Bills and the
trap
New York
game.
Jets.
True trap game.
Trap game.
True trap game. Yeah.
It is.
Zach Wilson.
But Josh Allen has not earned our disrespect yet.
They have not. So I'm taking the Bills. Zach Wilson though, I'm taking the Bills, man.
This is a 4 or 5 point game. Vegas got it at 12.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bills.
The Commanders playing host to the Minnesota Vikings.
Wait, who did y'all take on the Bills game?
Buffalo.
Oh, okay. Vikings and the Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we know what
Eric. This is not a prime time game.
Nope. And it is a trap game. It is a trap game for them Vikings, though. It is definitely a trap game for them Vikings.
But is it one that you're willing to take?
Heineke? Tyler Heineke?
See, now that you say that, and I'm looking at Ron's pick, I'm second guessing my pick.
Who did Ron pick?
He picked Washington.
I'm sorry, Eric.
I'm taking the Vikings.
You taking Vikings? Oh man, I think I would say with Minnesota as well, but
Justin Jefferson. I don't think they can top Justin or Cook. I don't think they can top Justin or Cook. Okay.
Yeah,
look at what Eric's saying. Wow.
You like that?
You like that?
Next game.
Who'd you take, bro? Who'd you take, Trey? You took the Vikings or the Commanders?
Minnesota.
Okay.
Next game.
This is a trap game for me then.
This is a trap game in my opinion. The Panthers and the Bengals. Does PJ Walker continue to slay that dragon?
Man,
can the Panthers continue to play? In which Baker Mayfield, in my opinion, he said that if people misconstrue with him wanting to win with him and then starting a job status, they misconstrue that. In state is ultimately he wants to win, whether he's the starter, whoever's the starter, he wants to win. Is that cap? I don't know. Can the Panthers win?
Is Jamar Chase still out?
Yes, Jamar Chase is out still.
Ooh,
so it's all on T. Higgins and Boyd and
But we seen what Cleveland did to him,
and Mixon.
We just seen what Cleveland did to him.
Give me Carolina. I'm a switch.
You going to Carolina? Okay. CAR in the building.
Am I the only one?
You might be. I think I'm saying with Cincinnati. Bishop, you
Favored by
Carolina?
a touchdown.
Golly, man, that is a hard one. Joe
Well,
just be running for life. Yeah, the Panthers on the road. I know they playing in Cincinnati.
I'm gonna switch back, Trey.
Yeah, I'm playing in Cincinnati. I'm going to Cincinnati. I gotta go with Cincinnati. They on the road. I can't see them beating them one and winning on the road. He said I'm switching back.
Next up, another game potentially the Las Vegas Raiders in Jacksonville versus them Jaguars. Does Jacobs continue?
Playing?
Yeah,
ETN Travis playing. Golly, I feel like this dude ain't doing nothing.
That's all he doing is something. He's the one that's doing something to be consistent. That's their bright spot. But Jacobs has been a monster lately.
For Josh Jacobs for the Vegas.
Yes. Does Devontae wake up finally? Does Devontae wake up?
Yeah. On the road though in Jacksonville?
Duval.
Give me the Jags, man. Give me the Jags.
You going to Jacksonville?
Yeah.
You know what, Ron? I see you shook your head, man.
Did I pick Jacksonville?
You pick Vegas, but I'm sitting up and wondering and thinking. I think Sunshine gets it done this week, but you know what? Stay with your first mind, Trey. I'm sticking with Jacksonville.
Ooh.
The next one.
Y'all either gonna catch me this next week or I'm gonna be behind.
Dolphins and Bears. Chicago.
Stand up. Chicago. I'm taking them Bears. Give me Justin with Claypool. Give me that blue and orange, baby. I'm going with them Chicago Bears.
I can't do it.
Mini Megatron is back in the NFC North, baby.
And you know, Tyreek Hill only has 2 touchdowns on the season, bro. You do know that, right?
That's cool.
It's gonna be cold.
That part.
Wet.
That part. You know, Chicago, they flourish in that good weather, that bad weather. Let's go.
That Miami that throw bombs ain't coming out today.
No way you believe in the Bears. I believe in them beating the Dolphins this weekend. I do believe that. The
Bears will play everybody good.
Yeah. They're going to be – man, I know Justin over there having a field day. I know he happy. Oh, I got a receiver.
So what y'all saying is the elements matter. That's what it sounds like.
Oh, yeah, elements definitely matter.
Imagine that. Imagine that.
So who'd you take, Trey?
I went with Miami.
Oh, okay. Who did Ron take?
Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
You remember what they did to the Niners up in the weather?
I do. That's why I say I do. I believe in the weather.
The Seahawks and the Cardinals, another trap game.
Oh,
this one, God, dog, bro.
I ain't know. I love Geno, but I took the Cardinals, Bishop. I ain't want.
Yeah, I got to go with Arizona too.
Okay.
Kyler got his boy back. I think they.
If Geno wins this game, I'm gonna be saying MVP for the rest of the season.
Yeah, especially on the road. Yeah.
Another potential trap game, maybe. It's just a trap series this week. The Rams and the Buccaneers. Do TB12 get back and get another win, or does he drop his 5th straight?
Golly.
I'm not.
Did they win
last week? You said you're not picking.
I'm gonna take a bye on this one.
Say he's not picking. I'm taking a bye.
Or do the Rams fall back, get back in there?
This is probably one of the hardest ones too, man, because you just do not want to bet against TB12, bro. You do not.
It's been 20 years of that rule,
bro. It is. You do not want to bet against TB12 because you just don't know when he's gonna come out and just shine.
I'm betting against him. Let's go Rams.
Man.
I'll take the Bucks.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
I'll take the Bucks.
Y'all gonna make this easy for me this week. This week I should be good. And then last for this week, of course, Monday on Monday we'll do the what you say.
Ron, you're a horrible fan, Ron.
The Tennessee Titans traveling to Kansas City.
God dang it!
Is this an easy one for KC?
Yeah,
Does
I know
King,
easy.
does,
They got to
does
do it by
King
the
James,
King
Henry, King Henry
Who did
run
the
them up?
Titans play last week?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
Was it the Texans?
No,
But Derrick Henry was looking
yes, they
like,
played the Texas. Yeah,
okay,
and they only won by
Henry,
7. They only
Derrick
won by
Henry
7.
was looking like a man amongst toddlers.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs don't got no. They got Chandler Jones, I think, but the Chiefs defense ain't like that. The Titans is gonna punch these boys in the mouth.
In Arrowhead.
I'm talking about Derrick Henry specifically. 5 yards per carry easily.
But in Arrowhead.
I'm not saying they're gonna win. But they got the Chiefs favored by 2 touchdowns. I'm like, there's just no way.
No, I don't see that.
They just gonna be running down your throat.
I don't see that. I definitely don't see that.
Chiefs.
We got the Titans here coming up. So
we all going with the Chiefs?
I don't know. Bishop didn't say 2 of us are.
Patrick the Great. Yeah, I'm going with Patrick the Great, man, at home.
Patrick the Great.
You know what?
Patrick the Great at home, man. Go ahead and switch it. Go on over there to Tennessee, dog.
I think I'm good. I think I'm good.
I'm good.
I think I'm actually going to be good. Because we already know currently, if y'all don't know, Ron is outrunning 67-39 on the year so far. Bishop just behind him, 62-44. And I'm just behind Bishop with 58-48. But I feel very good about this week.
Bishop, how did Trey get 58 wins?
I don't know, bro.
Like in the 30s.
So, you know what?
I know, bro. This dude multiplying his wins, bro. Like, this dude multiplying his wins. Like, I don't know when he got 58, bro. Like, how did he get that close to me? Like,
you know what? That's the disrespect because y'all wasn't saying nothing when I was down like 7 games.
You know what, Ron? I'm gonna have to go recheck the.
You know what?
That's why I ask him every time I say, "Who'd you pick?" Because I need to know.
I'm about to start writing them. We gotta start writing them down too.
Yeah.
In week 3, I was 13-19. While Bishop was 16-16, Ron was 17-15. And then after that, I started rattling off wins. I went from the next week. I went 9-7. Ron was 13-3, and Bishop was 10-6. The week after that, Bishop went 12-4. Ron went 11-5. I went 12-4. The week after that, which was a bad week, Bishop went 5-8. Ron went 8-5, and then I went 7-6. Was it last week? No, the week before that. It was not. Bishop went 9-5. Ron went 7-7. I went 7-7. And then last week, Bishop went 10-5. Ron went 11-4. I went 10-5. So slowly but surely,
But you only got 4. What, you 4 games behind me now?
Yeah, I'm 4 games behind you now.
Oh, okay.
And which puts me 5 games behind Ron, or 7 games behind Ron. So, like I said, all I got to do is catch the slowest man. And then after that, I just got to catch the slow. That's all I have to do.
One bad week, and any of us is out of here. That's what I'm saying. I'm picking whatever Bishop picked. I want the same picks. It's going to be the same.
If Eric Sponsor never let Trey be the baker.
He's going to take that 500
and slip it under his thing. You know, every time he gives somebody 200, he taking 300.
two for you, 1 for me.
Yeah, you know how it is. You know how it is, man. That is what it is, bro. I love it, though. I love it. These some big games. These some big games. This
we're gonna see. So it's definitely. I think this is definitely a separation week. I'm here for it, especially if it go my way. I went a little off the reservation yesterday. I thought Houston was going to do it, so I already put myself one more half a game back. A game back for going with Houston. It's the reason why I just relented to go with Tennessee.
Yes.
Fellas, I think we're going to have to, figure out some wagers,
Oh, bro, stop playing, Eric.
Wins, the other 2 losers got to win their team's jersey or something.
He said them facts. He said them numbers ain't right. Ron, you see Eric say them numbers ain't right, Ron.
Them numbers is more right than anything.
Them numbers ain't right. I'm feeling you, bro.
It's like Ron knows well. You know how they have them games at the games where the is it the Philly Fanatic be running around the stadium, and he always comes back and runs. So that's what I have to do. I tripped and stumbled at the start. Everyone was was running and take off. So now I have to sit up and kick off the top hat and all that, and have to get in the win. So now I'm in the win and I'm running. So just wait. By the end of the season, just wait. Matter of fact, Nostradamus says,
here we go with the nonsense.
By the end of the season, Trey will have won by.
Thank y'all for tuning in, man.
4 games. 4 games.
Just
4 games.
Thank you.
Ain't no
4
way.
games.
4 games.
That means you're gonna have to get 13 more games right to me. That's a whole week. That means I'm just gonna have to go to the hospital.
You're going to have because what you're going to start doing, you're going to start playing it safe, and you're going to start picking what Bishops are picking, and Bishops is going to be wrong, and that's when I'm going to make the comeback.
That part, Eric, you know you're going to win with the way you keep going. That part.
Think about it. We're not even halfway through the season yet.
No, exactly. That's what it gives me time to catch up. It gives me time to catch up.
I'm nervous.
Just watch. It gives me time to catch up. Because buttholes ain't gonna start puckering up till the end of the season when we's like, oh wait, hold up. When you start really, because I messed up last year. I shouldn't start picking. I started playing, trying to play it safe, and I should have stayed with my mindset like, hey, I'm picking what they picking. Like I'm just gotta go with one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? And whoever's in the lead, I should have been picking what they pick. So you know what I'm saying? So someone has to lose.
I ain't gonna let you get away with it because, like, for the first 5 Thursday night games, me and Bishop was like, "No, Trey, no."
That part.
I was picking wrong. You know what? Thursday has been my Achilles heel.
It has.
We know.
So that's what I'm gonna start picking. What y'all picking on Thursday?
Be safe out there on the road, Eric. Man, be safe out there, brother.
Drive
Take
safe.
care.
Yeah.
Take care out there on the road.
So as y'all hear the tune, y'all know what it is. That's our day. Glad to be on here with y'all. Intricate, very important conversations, I feel. Hopefully we'll be on with y'all Monday. And we don't get a call from anyone like, hey, you got to sit the bitch for a little bit. We don't get R5 game suspension.
Mark will be like, I heard what you said about that.
I know, if we don't get suspended by Monday, that part. You know what I'm saying? That part, for sure.
So if you know that, we'll be on. If not, we always can sit up and do a Zoom and record it and put it out for the masses, or send it to y'all or somewhere, put it out on the back signal or something like that. The revolution will be televised.
That part, bro. That part.
So greatly appreciate y'all rocking with us this morning. Look forward to seeing you come Monday where we go over these picks. We pick the Monday night game.
Your boys
talk about we see who's in the lead. We see what's going on in the NBA, who's tops. If the Lakers have got it, we'll be able to talk about.
If we have an MLB champion, too.
Yeah,
Monday,
we will.
right?
We guarantee you to have an MLB champion by Monday. Will it be the Philly? Will it be Philadelphia Phillies? Will it be the Houston Astros? We don't know. We'll look and see. So it's a whole vibe. I know it's always a vibe here. This weekend, all Armed Forces tournament starts in basketball, men's and women. We'll get a chance to see how that goes. So, yes, definitely look forward to chopping that with y'all. Be here. I know Wednesday we'll have special guest Commissioner Myers talking to us about the NBA and what's new and what's going on there. At some point, we'll have it to where we'll be able to have a conversation with Michael Fetch Richardson, so he can give us the 411 of what's going on with the National Military Basketball Tournament and with the upcoming tournaments, plenty of upcoming tournaments coming up. We still look at getting Charles Davis on, who is USA flag. Him or Travis Barnett talk to us about what's going on with what was formerly known as the Flag Football World Championship Tour. The USA flags new branded. So, you know what I'm saying, a whole thing. At some point, you know what I'm saying, we're going to get some lady love. Shawana Jordan, we get her on here. Miss Meadows, HBCU basketball, we get her on here. So, you know what I'm saying, it's some stuff that's planned. You know what I'm saying, just stay tuned to be here. All love. Gentlemen, before we get up here, any last words?
Yeah, man, real quick, man. I thank y'all for one. Thank y'all. Make sure y'all have a great weekend. And be sure, for those that, this holidays are coming up real soon. So be sure to take advantage of this right here. If you get the opportunity, man, you don't want to miss.
Wednesday.
You don't want to miss it, man. We have a huge raffle that's coming up on December the 3rd or December the 10th, I think. Is it December the 10th? Yeah, this drawing's on December the 10th on Facebook Live, man. Opportunity for those people who don't have a PS5. You're trying to get your son, your husband, your boyfriend, whatever, a PS5. Here's a great opportunity for you to win a ticket or win a raffle for a PS5, a 32-inch TV. It's a PS5, actually. It's a game bundle. Sound bar with a woofer. One ticket gets you $5. $100 get you 150 tickets, and you see everything in between 10, 50, 75 tickets. So be sure to check it out. Get three chances to win all three prizes. Don't miss out on it, man. This is going to a great cause. Some of the proceeds will go to a nonprofit organization, and definitely we appreciate y'all, man. So be sure to get y'all tickets, man. Y'all have a great Friday, great weekend, and we will definitely see y'all on Monday. That's all I got, Trey.
Actually, we might have one better for you. This PSA announcement. Hold up. Let me find it. In reference to light blue. Where would it go? Let me open it up.
I know we got some PS5 people that want, or PS4 people that want a PS5. So make sure y'all tune in and get it, man. Get it.
Right, so y'all can go play some Modern Warfare.
That part, don't play Modern Warfare 2 because it's trash. I'm kind of pissed about that, Ron, because of the fact that they took away hardcore, bro. I don't play. I'm like core. I don't like core, bro.
So, easy public service announcement.
Let's go.
Hold up.
Here we go. Oh, here we go. Oh, we got the video. Let's go.
Friends, families, brothers and sisters of the INVO community, non-collegiate Greek letter organizations, as well as D9 Greek letter organizations. I am Excellent Savvy, media director for the greatest military fraternity in the world, SOD, Row 5 Military Fraternity Incorporated. So just in case you didn't know, we have a whole video game raffle going on. So it's just in time for the holidays, as the drawing will be on December 10th. So you'll have an opportunity to go ahead and wrap it up and slide it underneath the tree before anyone sees it, or do whatever you want with it. So go ahead, check the flyer that's next to me. Some very good prices. Do your part. Let's do our part. Help us to help others. Of course, during the course of these holidays, this for a great cause is going to go to some of the proceeds. Portions of the proceeds will go to a nonprofit organization. So yeah, go ahead, tap in, check it out. I know y'all might think I'm crazy. It's all sunny and stuff, and I got this hoodie on, this scarf on, this beanie on, but it's actually cold out here in Louisiana. But yeah, for real though, tap in, take an opportunity to win not one, not two, potentially 3 prizes: that PlayStation, that 32-inch TV, the sound bar, and for what possibly be as little as $25. That's right, $25. Do your part. Go ahead, give the support, the love, and y'all know we'll give it back. I'm your boy, Extra Brother Savity, PRP Media Director, and we look forward to hearing at you on Facebook Live, YouTube, our YouTube channel, when we announce the winner December 10th. You can't win if you don't play. It's your boy, Savvy. I'm out. Roll 5.
There it is.
There you have it. Can't win if you don't play. Take your opportunity. Get on the PRP MW Modern Warfare team ran by Bishop.
Let's go.
And matter of fact,
I'm trying to get Ron on there. I seen Ron on there the other day.
I can assure y'all, if you get on that team, you get to see. You're going to love it. Just the interaction and seeing how this dude interacts. That is a prize enough outside of winning. That is an additional prize. Like, it is a sight to see. When I tell y'all that, believe that. But like I said,
is it as angry as it is when he's like watching the Eagles?
Oh, bro, it's probably worse. Like, you got it. Oh my goodness, you got to see it. But of course, like you said, we done went over your time. We want to get out y'all ear. Greatly appreciate y'all listening. Y'all know where to be. Formation 09 Monday morning. Don't be late. We out.